No, we already did those.
We already did those. We're live now, and that we're opening with Snapes.
That's fine.
Ooh, it's all downhill from here.
Yay, that means it's easier.
Hi. Go welcome, everybody.
Oh, no.
I said I'd do it, and I did it. It's Southern Hospitality again. They can't stop us now. They don't have the paperwork. No matter how much I prepare and practice for this, I just go into panic mode like 15 seconds before we go on. So this is what you're seeing.
That's just called DMing.
Yeah, essentially. It usually takes me at least like 20 minutes before panic mode sets in, not 20 seconds before. I am like recovering from a little bit of like a dry throat kind of thing. So if my voice just cuts sometimes, laugh at me in public on the internet.
Nerd.
Yeah. Okay, so like nothing super dramatic happened last time, right? We just
Nope, we hung out.
hung out.
Hung out,
I
found
didn't get a concussion.
found moving rocks.
Found moving rocks.
Fine.
Rivali is
Lifting up a robot.
but say poor Kurt has been waiting for what? A month now? So
To throw something?
to throw this guy
This
so badly.
person's arms are just so tired. Save
Please
them.
let me rest.
And,
For just
I know,
$1
just sitting
a
the whole
day.
time.
You
can rest in between sessions.
I had a sheet of paper that had everybody's like initiative
Base-
order,
oh, yeah.
etc. on it, and I know.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Ah, here it is. Yes, I'm not a complete failure, just partial.
Yay.
All right, so and then Lorcan, you've just had a bad time, my guy.
I don't remember.
That's because of the concussion from diving into the bush,
I didn't
and then
get a
you-
concussion.
and then you were picked up, and you tried to break free. It didn't work. Then they threw you at Rivali. Rivali caught you. I think almost threw you back.
Almost.
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 And as Sean pointed out last session, the two of you have been tangling with that one guy, while Breena and Casaadi are taking on two apiece, roughly 10 feet to the right.
To be fair, apparently I'm concussed.
That's what that's what the voices tell me.
I hooked one of them,
Oh,
and
shit.
then I stepped
You
over
did.
the situation.
You did. That's right. I forgot about that. My bad on that one. So Lorcan, it's just you that's having a time. I'm sorry. Your redemption is coming.
Yeah, okay.
Excuse me, I still haven't. No, I'm kidding. I still haven't had a bad time.
It's true.
Good?
It's very true. No bad.
Oh, shit.
Casaadi, I know I laugh every time I mention anything that you do, but you were actually kind of like badass of the month last month. Like,
Did you explode someone's arm?
Yeah, stabbed it in the arm right before he shot a cannon out of it. It blew up. That's cool.
Stop the kidnapping.
Stopped the kidnapping. Altered fate so you could make the save.
Yeah. I'm out of everything now. Please let us short rest soon.
Actually, you guys have been doing nothing but short rests. You've had 2 opportunities to take long rests now, and you decided to take short ones and move forward.
Well, I'm a very busy person.
And I'm a
Very
warlock,
true.
so
I was keeping
That's
track
all we
of
need.
stuff. I was good.
Everybody's good
Yeah,
so far.
I'm fine.
It's fun!
Menacingly.
mhm.
Let's see. Breena used minute meteors to just kind of cut down my entire pincer tactic, which is cool. Whatever. Not mad about that. I don't think I rolled higher than a 9 on all the net attacks until the one that got you. And then the one that got you,
So it was
We
like a
got-
net 0?
net loss. It was I had a better joke last session. I couldn't remember. I was trying to do a callback. And Sean with the clutch counter spell, rolling
17, I think it was, and then
yeah, you had to use your last luck
Oh,
point.
shit, that's right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, that was good.
So excuse
So
me.
that'd be why I want a long rest in the middle of the forest. Where we
It's
were just
currently
attacked.
on fire.
Mhm.
As one does.
It's not on fire.
Saudi would.
Well, yeah, it's burning a little bit. Like there's a nice giant singe anime looking thing behind Casaadi in the Warforged he's currently fighting.
Sean Paul plays in the background.
Always in the island of Rhys, Sean Paul is playing somewhere. We got those
Oh,
little
God.
speakers that look like rocks. You'll
Oh,
never find them. The
I
true
think there's
curse.
still 2 on me. I'm not
There are
certain.
rocks that look like like speakers.
I didn't take a lot of notes because my character is stupid.
I took a lot of notes, even though all of my characters are stupid.
I didn't take any notes.
So
I'm just
the
remembering.
last one to move was Warforged number 5, who just got bisected. We made a happy pride joke, and
Yay, one wins.
so that brings see, and Breena, you are currently not paralyzed, restrained, and
On the ground.
yeah, speed was 0. So, but that brings us to Lorcan, and then Breena, you're going to be the next player that comes up.
Also, friendly reminder, DM person man.
Hi.
9 turns left.
Yes.
One of my notes from last week just says, "Do I have tinnitus?"
You did say tinnitus several times last.
I genuinely do not remember that. Fantastic.
So just setting your scene here, because
Please.
I have a map, but it's kind of hard for me to show it just because my computer doesn't like me and I don't want to slow everything down. Excuse me. So you are standing next to Rivali, who is now large sized, right? Like you're 10 by 10 square.
Yes, and that is why I have 9 turns left on that.
Correct. In front of you, there's nothing in front of you because the Warforged is being held in the air like a Ken doll. So Casaadi has... Oh yeah, I forgot about the flank train. So Casaadi is flanked by 2 about 15 feet behind you. But so it goes Warforged Casaadi, Warforged Breena, empty space, Warforged. Kind of a straight line right down the middle.
Hoping nobody has lightning. Oh.
Yet.
So Breena's also flanked?
No. It is a Warforged. Breena is restrained.
Space than Breena.
Yeah. And there's like 5 feet of blank space. Please sponsor us, Taylor Swift. And then a Warforged.
She'll probably sue us instead.
Her money spends the same. I'll take sponsor from anybody.
No such thing
It's
as bad
still
press.
clout. And it's my turn because I remember how my character works.
I'm sure you've been thinking about nothing but this for the last month. For this exact moment.
Yes. Of course. This thing.
Oh, Breena, you're also prone. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
I remember now.
So one is dead and the other 4 are not dead.
Correct. One is probably very close, judging by the giant Leonin.
Okay. I really don't fucking remember. Alright, so the one that's going to get Yote is probably dead. Okay. And then which one can I see are any of the other 3 hurt?
I think everybody's taken damage.
Me too.
The one that's facing Casaadi at the front of the flank train, TM.
Towards me?
Yeah, that's also tied with the
Closest-ish?
closest one to you.
Okay.
That one definitely looks worse for it. It's missing an arm. It's got like sparks and metal and wood exposed everywhere. But it is just kind of emotionlessly. If it had a mouth, it would be snarling, but it doesn't. So it's just got a very aggressive body posture, despite the fact that it's almost in pieces.
Okay.
And then on the other side of Casaadi is another one that looks okay. Beat up, a little cut, and I think had a meteor go through it if I remember correctly, but not as bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So I'll just throw a psychic blade at the real fucked up one.
Okay.
That's a 25.
Just hits. Yeah.
I'm using my rogue dice.
I'm using my rogue dice.
Where the fuck is the D6? What does it look like?
Literally, anybody can find one.
I have it. That's... Whew. That's 11 damage.
11 damage. All right.
Yeah, I rolled max.
Number 3.
I like these rogue dice.
All right, so what are your? I don't think I've given you a chance to really describe them, but what do the psionic blades look like when you use them?
It's like you know the thing where the lights flash really fast, so it kind of looks like things are doing a whoosh whoosh motion in front of you.
Epilepsy?
Sure, it's an epilepsy knife. Then, no, it's like there's like almost an after image, and it's like a glowy blue kind of
Okay.
half see through type thing.
I gotcha. Tron, essentially. The way I see it,
More
like kind of
see through.
yeah. Transparent.
Like the mom.
So is,
Yeah.
is it like it's like a blade, like a sword, or is it like a throwing knife?
It's like a throwing knife. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so
No,
Casaadi,
knife.
I think the last thing that you said was like, tell them to make the
flies stop.
flies stop as they're crawling through your teeth.
I mean,
Well,
to be fair, the last thing you just simply said was stop
That's
to
true.
get the portal out of the way. Though,
That's
yes,
right.
he still wants the buzzing to stop.
All right, so you turn and did that, and like as soon as you turn back to face the foe in front of you, it kind of, and then the blade that's in there dissipates, and there's only the hole left. It drops down.
My will has been done. On to the next.
Cool. And then bonus action, I'll throw a knife at the other one.
Okay, go for it.
Now Breena is free or
No,
I'm on
Breena
the
is currently
being held or in a net?
yes, being held by a net. It's like a standard like kind of webbing net, but then once it attaches, it seems to magically weigh itself down.
Okay. Is the one closer to her then? If I aim for that, will I hit her or will it just hit the thing?
If you roll really badly, it might hit Breena. But that
Yeah.
seems unlikely with your with your decks.
Super fancy cool dice.
Bam.
Let's do it. That's cocked.
Okay.
That's another 25.
Okay, that is another hit then.
Okay. 8 damage.
8 damage.
Yeah, 8 this time.
That's number 4. All right. This one does all right, so Casaadi, you see this one drop and you're just like, yeah, I did that. You turn back around and another one is like gets stabbed in the chest with the same blade. Does not die, but it's just kind of like frozen almost in shock.
When the knife dissipates out of this one, can you see like, sparking circuitry and shit?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, all right.
Does it
Yeah,
look
that sounds good to me.
electronically bloody?
Okay, this boy fucked up.
Oiled.
He's not reacting even as expected for like an automaton like creature. Like he's just like on a delay kind of deal. But he is still like moving and is like ready to throw hands, so to as the youths say.
They can throw them now too. Nets weren't
Don't give
enough.
me any ideas.
Excuse me, I throw paws.
Thank you. There's the callback. It was better than mine would have been. All right. And did you want to move anywhere?
No.
No. All right. Cool. So that brings us to the one that just got stabbed. God, I just really wish I had put in like a rocket hand attack so he could throw his hand at you, but
Nothing's stopping you.
I know. I already did the thing where you guys made the joke about Warforged and then the Warforged show up, so I can't just like
Again.
I was like, well, you rolled an 11. I'm sorry.
Stealing these things from you.
Okay. There's a question that Kurt asked me last session, which was, do I do the regular thing or the stupid thing? And so that's what we're finding out now. Oh yeah, stupid thing.
Okay.
So Rivali, you're out of range. So that's just Casaadi and Breena. I need you to make dexterity save.
Ooh.
Breena with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, it's not what I was anticipating. 16?
1.
16 is better than that.
Yes.
16,
I'm in a net. It's fine.
It's a fact.
Is this an attack?
it is.
Is it exploding?
It's not an attack. It's an ability.
Ooh.
But depending on what were you going to do, if I may ask? Because I might let it apply anyway, just because it makes
Okay.
sense. Oh, remind me what that would do.
It makes an attack target me instead if it successfully hits an ally.
Would it work if you're out of range?
Do you have to be so many
I
feet
don't
in an ally?
know, hold on. If I go...
Yeah, it says if it has a range, then
It says, while wearing or carrying an object inscribed as room, blah, blah, blah. Once per short rest, when you are a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is hit by an attack roll, you can use your reaction to choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of you to become the target of the attack instead. Never mind.
we had something
Casaadi again.
similar. We had something similar happen last session, or so where it was a save and not an attack. But yeah, I'll say because he's triggering it like he is by the letter of the law. No, but narratively, it makes sense to me.
You're the law.
I am the law. No, I'm just a narrator, a referee. Yeah, so you can do that if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, I gotta get away. Again, one of my favorite things to do.
So how does... Oh yeah, first how's this ability work? And then how does this magic thing work in response?
About to see.
So I choose a different creature other than the attacker within 30 feet of me to become the new target.
Oh, a different creature. Okay, I thought you were picking yourself.
You can...
That's what I thought it was when I read it initially. And then I reread it, and then...
So is there another...
I'm good at making
Bot.
dex saves.
Yes, the one that I'm holding.
Oh,
Oh!
no, whoever you pick does not make a dex save. The dex save has already been made. You're just redirecting the attack.
Oh,
To the
it
robot
just says
being held.
creature. It doesn't
The
say
robot.
ally.
It says
Yeah.
creature,
Nice.
Nice.
so I'll choose the one that I'm holding.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So there's a split second where you, Casaadi and Rivali, you both, in hindsight, I probably should have had you do like some sort of save to react in time, but nah, you're a bouncer, makes sense. You realize what's about to happen, and Rivali, you just kind of do the mental math, in nanoseconds of just sort of, oh, she's in a net, that's bad, and it's Casaadi, how do you react to if you had time for one thought before something exploded in your face?
Oh, that'd just be very much... I hope I have enough hit points.
So I didn't roll. There we go. Let's see. Oh, it's supposed to be 5. I rolled 4. So it explodes, which is Casaadi's second explosion in 2 minutes. But yeah, not even. Yeah, it's been like 18 seconds. Breena, I don't know if you know what's about to happen, but you just know it's bad and you're trapped, and it's just sort of like a gut sinking, like, oh, this might be it. Oh no. And the explosion goes off, and there's just this immense blinding heat, and you instinctively kind of push your body to the ground to get away from it, and to the point where like you cannot
put over.
Yeah, to the point where you can't your muscles will not listen to you trying to get up, like as just a survival reflex. And but no pain comes, and you think, well, at least it was a quick, painless death. But when you do manage to peek out, the flames are still just sort of hovering there around you, almost like you're in a bubble of flame right now. And then it all just moves as if it has a mind of its own. And you look over and you see Rivali. Where is the fire? Where do you have the fire rune?
This is the cloud rune, actually.
The cloud rune, excuse me.
And the cloud rune is... So both of the runes are actually part of the tattoo.
Oh, it's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be thematically on my right hand versus the left.
Okay.
So
Which one are you holding the guy with?
I thought I was holding him like this.
Oh, okay. You're holding like this. Okay, got it. So you look over and yeah, just a shining glow coming from Rivali's now even more gigantic paw. And the fire comes up and uppercuts essentially in the midsection this person that this robot that he's holding. But where the force would normally have just knocked him in the air, he's being held by Rivali as it just incinerates him. Casaadi, you made the save. So, Kurt's audio is out, the audience says.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Should be fixed now.
Everybody, good? Yes.
It'll take
Testing.
a couple of seconds to test, but hopefully we fixed it.
Okay.
We're good now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
So what did you just activate then?
Don't worry about it. Just watch the VOD. No. Fire comes out. There's a cloud rune shining. I guess they could hear me say it.
Yeah.
But
True.
So you made the save, Casaadi. So you take 13 points of fire
Okay.
damage. Yeah, I didn't roll great.
That's fine.
He takes 26. Number 2. Did you guys not hit this
That
guy
would've
at
been
all?
enough.
Probably not. I
No.
lifted him.
Yeah, that's literally the only action I've taken was lifting
I
him
forgot.
up.
Just
Get the problem out of the way, and we
I
don't
got
have to hit
fucked
him.
up.
And you raise me up.
Rivali, I just don't want to make you wait a month and then steal it from you.
I don't care.
The guy's got 2 hit points left. Do you want to throw him?
Well, in theory, he can still live.
Okay, we'll get there then.
I don't know if that's funnier.
Yeah.
him just being dead and go, yeah. So that was painful. Oh yeah, and that guy's dead now because he blew himself up. Cool. All right, number 2. There we go. So that brings us to. I think that guy's dead. Where'd he go? Yeah, oh yeah, that guy died. And that guy just died. So Breena, you're up. There is just the one behind you,
Okay.
and the one in
How-
Rivali's paw.
Gonna have to ask, how does restrain work exactly?
Your speed is 0. Attacks against you have advantage. Your attacks have disadvantage. And you can try to break free, but you have to take your action to try to break free with a strength check, usually.
Oh, okay. All right. In that case,
That's the happiest I've seen a wizard react to the word strength check.
Yeah, I was very confused.
Oh no, it's
I think
it's
alternatively,
the thing you said
if it's
before.
a net, it has 5 HP.
It's the thing you said before. Number 1 is the one that's left at the end of the road, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 5
Yeah, he's
from me.
about 10 from you now. I mean, they were 20. He's about 10 now.
Okay, looking fine. I don't think he got any.
No, he took a little damage, but yeah, he's still looking generally okay.
All right. Not gonna miss with this one, and just magic missile out of the net. Basically,
Okay.
just put my hand through one of the.
Little gnome hand.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna be 3rd level.
All right.
Oh, that is 5. 5, I think. Oh god. Okay, numbers.
That was a lot of dice.
That's not even. Okay, so
A
that's.
lot of pointies.
All right. That's 14 plus. Oh my god. 14 plus. Oh god. Okay. 14 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2.
8, 21, 23.
There you go.
14, yeah, 14. Yeah, wait. 14 plus 4
18.
is 18.
Why am I playing D&D? I can't count.
3 is 21. 2 is 23.
Yeah, so the magic missile just fires out again, and you almost, I think, just from crouching down and looking up and like the fire and seeing what's going on, you almost don't even really get a chance to aim. And we'll say that I assume that's why you picked that spell. We're just like, no, we're not going to risk missing. And it just comes out, and then like each one arcing out in a different angle, and they all just kind of slow for just a second as they catch up to one another, and then collect in on him, and just take out the shoulder, a hip, another hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip, and we'll like right in the kneecap as well. He is still alive. Algebra, nice.
It is too late for math.
And he is still alive, but you definitely just halted the progress there. And with his reaction, he's gonna try and succeed. You can see some of the wiring and the roots are just sort of already starting to reconnect themselves, and like you shot one through the knee, but before it could even fall to the ground, a root reaches out and grabs it, pulls it back in, starts lacing it together. Is there? You have a bonus action. You don't have any movement.
And it takes like an action to try and break free.
Mm-hmm.
I am staying down.
There we go. Rivali, and then Casaadi, you're after that.
Okay, well, the automatic 1d4 grapple for 2
Yep.
damage.
How do you want to yeet this?
Well, so I was more thinking he's hold up like this, and then just like the claws digging in. It's like, yeah, oh. And so he's just holding 2 pieces in each hand, or 1 piece in each hand.
I will say, I don't think anybody's currently looking at you. So if you want to try and sell that you did it.
No.
Okay.
Instead, how far away is the one that is still up?
It is from you, 10 there, about 20 feet south and about 15 feet east.
How clear of a shot is this? like can I like dead on see him, or is it like?
Well, as a large boy now, you would have a pretty clear shot. He's got enough space from Breena to where, again, if you rolled really badly, maybe, but
It's more.
You should be okay.
Okay. 2 instances of yeeting the body, please.
Yeeting the body, okay. All right. Roll.
How do you yeet someone twice?
Well, I
tear them in half
tore
first.
them in half.
Yes.
Just make a d20 and add, I guess, your dex, and just do d20 plus dex.
D20 plus dex. That is 18.
18? Okay, 18 definitely hits.
Okay.
And then, 1 for each. Sorry.
Also 18.
Also 18. That also hits. Oh man, actually halve down the damage because I knew that you might yeet one. I just didn't expect you to yeet 2 halves of one. Okay. Roll 2d6 damage for each.
Am I adding anything?
Nah, I got a damage modifier on here. I'll add it on there.
5 and 6 respectively.
Yeah, so he's like putting himself together, and just where it's trying to like lace itself together. There's just this sudden jarring movement to the left, and another one to the right, and you split it in half, and it stops trying to connect itself. And the let's see here. Yeah, so that's all of them, right? I'm not missing any. Blew up.
The half one? The bisected one, or was he also blown up?
He was, yeah, he died when he
Or
got
was
bisected.
effectively killed. Okay.
Yeah. All right, good job, everybody. You solved my Warforge.
So
Randomized
Casaadi's going
puzzle.
up to the ruined Warforge and taking the head or whatever's left, and just, why are you stealing the little one?
Very
Where's
key
the master?
question. Which they're all technically ruined now.
Whichever one has the most intact head.
Comically,
Wow.
also picking up Breena. And
The
the
little
net
one could
with-
use some help. Okay, yeah.
Little one,
I
tie yourself to someone else so you don't get stolen again.
Breena, you literally cannot do anything right now.
And I'm
Yeah, that's why I was like, the little
lifting
one's
up
still in the
I'm
the
lifting up the
net.
tiny little net and then tiny little gnome.
Let's see. Okay. I would say that would be the bisected one because it was just cut in half. As you, what's your I can't remember. You guys all have low passive perception, right? It's your passive insight that's decent.
Oh, for me, yeah. For me, it's both 10.
Eight. You said passive perception? 12.
12.
I think we all have 12.
Oh,
I think wisdom was a collective, not quite dump stat, but still.
My passive insight's 9, though.
15.
so. It's so.
I am the one who determines if you lie.
It's just so fun coming
With your
from face
4
game to this.
charisma.
Yep. My fork.
Fantastic.
Well,
Yeah, well, in that
insight
case-
isn't charisma.
It's true. As somebody who is charismatic and misses a lot of stuff, I can vouch for this. I guess, yeah, so Casaadi, just make a... it would just be passive. Make a reflex save, listen to me. Make a dexterity save.
That is
Just as like a reaction.
19.
19. As you get to it, you realize that it has actually finished opening the dimension door from before and is trying to get away again. And you just sort of...
Instead, he starts with, I said, stop.
Roll intimidation.
Dirty 20.
Do you speak this or do you think speak this? Or
You
do you
speak both.
Okay. Best answer. So your mouth moves, but the sounds don't line up with the your audio visuals off. So but like it the sound comes from the trees. You speak for the Lorax. Like it echoes out to the trees like a twisted, I'm trying not to say mist because it rhymes, but just like, yeah, this evil mist coming together. And I think it's the first time all of you kind of get the reaction from, not the confused, or I think we had gotten to the point where it's like, yeah, he's just like that. I think this is the first time you guys have seen the
Second one, technically.
The first time,
Yeah.
First time he's staring at something outside of combat.
yeah, intentionally.
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 All right, and so you asked,
Why
remind me
are
the
you
question.
stealing, little one? Where is your master?
What languages do you speak?
Bissell, Common, Draconic, Sylvan.
Were you just winking to Silver on that, or?
I don't know what I was doing with that last one. I think it was very much, pick another language.
Okay, so Draconic is one of them. Dang, I didn't think anybody would have taken Draconic. I guess I
didn't
checked like
take
a
it
good
on
DM.
purpose.
Yeah,
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. Duh. I don't know why I keep seeing Casaadi in my head
As
as
a
like,
lizard folk.
or like just a crazy old dude, like
Crazy old lizard, crazy
Yeah.
old dude, same thing.
that crazy old dude.
Picture him as the doctor from Hemlock Grove, I think.
All right, so yeah, of course you speak Draconic. Listen to me. So it replies in a very broken, not offensive, but just like, really, kind of Draconic. Like, it replies just sort of, the little one is our objective. The master is in the castle.
Good. Open the portal again. Small is fine.
Yeah, out of spell slots.
That's fine. He then pushes it against the ground until it breaks.
Okay, make a strength check actually.
Okay. It's a 10.
I should probably give you advantage just because he's half a
Dirty
torso.
20 then.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually see where he's warming to try to blow himself up as well, and you're just like, nah, I've seen this before. Crunch. Okay. That changed a lot of things. So many things. This party in general changes a lot of storyline angles really fast, which I like. Okay, so that's it. That's and that was the first roll of travel we did.
But first, turn to everyone else. I'm out of everything. Luck, short rests needed.
Casaadi is literally still singeing like fire and smoke. The lab coat's still pristine. Ding. Yeah, there's just stuff, like more than the usual Casaadi stuff all over him. Soot, surrounded by broken warforged
Dead
and
flies.
like dead fly. Yeah, dead
Still
flies.
coughing him out.
There's like a really clean, untouched circle of grass where Breena was, and then other than that, it's just chaos around him.
Is my hand still bleeding?
Yes, but not as much.
Am I being held up in the net? Right
No,
now? What's going on?
Oh wait,
No.
wait, yes, you are actually.
No. I
Yeah.
picked up the net, and then I picked
Oh, you
up,
picked up the-
little Breena.
So you're holding me?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought the same thing. I thought you picked up the net with Breena inside of it. If you're gonna separate the two, I mean, you will have to make a strength check. If you're okay with that.
Oh no.
I hate to put you out of your way.
Oh no, 17.
17. Breena, how do you want to die?
Ah!
Just kidding. No, you just sort of like,
That's a very personal question.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's like a small twist off soda. Just sort of drop it. Okay, yeah, so you guys can continue forth if you wish, or you can do whatever you want. It's Dungeons and Dragons.
We can't all go forth. There's only 4 of us.
Roll initiative.
I deserve this.
Wait, I'm still not clear. Are my feet on the ground?
Yeah.
Am I being
no.
picked up by anybody?
Rivali, I thought you were holding her. Did you set her down, or?
No, it was literally like the really big person picking up small person by like the,
A little scruff.
and then like setting them down so they're standing.
Oh, okay. So
Another
I'm-
callback
okay.
to the first episode.
Okay. I was wondering if you still. I thought
No.
you had.
Yeah, just talking the whole time.
Okay.
Put you on my hand
Just
like a
double-checking.
pedestal.
Still, if you're going to be stolen again, tie yourself to someone bigger.
Huh.
Just in case.
I guess.
Not many people
Alright,
much bigger than me.
Point.
Rope.
Are
Pick your
you
favorite.
are you still large, Rivali?
It lasts for
God,
a
yeah.
minute, so.
Okay. We'll say that's when it wears off. Just not a lot of people still bigger than me. Your voice is still low, but it just no longer is that like
Boom.
chasm.
You know, I don't mind doing that, but I don't have a rope.
Search through the bag.
I do.
You don't have
Legit
how
don't
are you a
have a-
D&D character that doesn't have a rope?
I was going to say,
Like,
as a standard, I have
I-
50
I-
feet of
I
hempen
also-
rope.
As do I.
I don't have any of the like traveler's bag. Nope.
That's impressive.
Did you
I
not
feel
get
like
your starting equipment?
it's government issued.
Yeah.
I think there are
mean,
some kids that don't have it actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, there are.
Especially if you're all
wizard,
learning.
yeah, I feel like if anybody would not be equipped, it would be.
That's fair.
I'm still judging.
But if we are going to where he is, then we should rest in some way, shape, or form.
I'd like to stay the shape I am.
That is an option.
You're correct.
Pick
we
that
should
one.
rest.
Hey.
You're not the one in control of that choice. The one above you is, but that is still fine.
Who?
I have to check the stream because it's different than mine. Okay.
I don't think I'm
Yeah.
in charge of them.
Who knows?
Above, taller.
Their wills are indeed indomitable. But we must eventually rise above. And he'll soliloquy off about some power structures or something.
Who
Over the buzzing.
when Casaadi does that, like not just now, but at any point in time, whenever Casaadi does those monologue things, do you guys just like, do you pay attention? Do you like
Yes.
tend to tune them out?
I'm listening.
Let me see.
Like a half
I
and
pay
half.
attention until it becomes
There's a,
like
there's a threshold.
like it's like as soon as it dips into kind of like religious talk for Breena, kind of like the above one, that's where she kind of like, okay.
Ah, shit, sounds like my mom.
Yeah. We have Lorcan lore there. So Lorcan and Rivali, just roll perception or insight, whichever is higher. We'll go insight. This makes more sense.
Yeah, higher on those.
19.
Boy. 19, because I rolled well.
All right.
Okay.
Holy
You both
shit.
kind of look at each other, just sort of a.
I did math wrong. 22.
It's too late for math.
Are you only saying that because she rolled a 19 too? Or did they
No,
roll
I was looking at my investigation instead of my insight.
Oh.
The
My insight's +5 versus a +2.
The
I
two of
used
you-
perception because my insight is -1.
the
Everyone's trustworthy.
I mean, you know.
the two of you kind of look at each other with sort of a. Casaadi is, Casaadi, still rambling. There's not as much of a flow as normal. He hesitates, like not quite William Shatner, but pretty close. He hesitates a little more than he normally does, like he's trying to find a thought, and it's weird to see Casaadi trying to find a thought. Like,
Because
It's a
usually
very-
there's 5.
well, usually it's just stream of consciousnesses, like just.
Mm-hmm.
But other than the hesitation and the sort of like furrowed brow a little bit sometimes, same as usual. Casaadi, it's just feedback.
Hates it.
Go ahead, Francesca. I'm sorry.
If he's going on for a while, I'm just gonna I'm gonna walk over and kind of like grab his sleeve and try to sit him down to like short rest as he's keeping on going.
Okay,
with
so
that.
you guys are gonna short rest instead of continue.
I guess.
Yeah, rest.
Okay.
Inside
Apparently.
form.
You might need it, so.
Long
Let's
would
do
be
that
good,
now.
but short is also fine.
Just as a recap, excuse me. You guys chose to sort of, dabble in short rests throughout the day, so you could leave at night, so nobody
Yeah.
would see you.
Yeah, it's the middle of the night.
In the
Mhm.
middle of
Yeah. And we're
Um,
in the woods in the middle of the
Mhm.
night trying to
Oh.
go to a graveyard to figure out why people are disappearing.
But also,
But a nap
castle.
sounds cool.
To a castle.
But also, the castle definitely is where we might want to turn to. But also, I don't know if we can we see the castle from the through the trees?
We
Yeah, it's not a
didn't hear
castle,
that.
you guys-
You did.
You
It
guys
was
are
in
going for it.
Draconic.
Yeah, you guys were going
Oh,
for a
yeah.
church.
Church. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now the
Yeah.
Warforged did say castle.
But in Draconic, that means that he would have to, after being sat down real quick. Oh yes, the one after you resides within the castle. It is where the Warforged were headed to.
Castle. Wait, where's the castle? God darn it. Alright.
I'm
I
gonna.
assume there's a castle somewhere.
I'll turn to Rivali.
Wonder.
I
Yep.
was just laughing at Kurt's quick reaction.
He keeps saying shit about people above me and behind me and shit. I don't see anybody. Is this more than usual then now?
I don't know. I literally met him on the boat. I'm here to protect
About
that
48
one. And
hours
it's like
ago.
just point a thumb over at Breena.
Breena, you see anybody up there?
What?
Or back behind me?
No. They've been dealt with.
He keeps talking about him.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's probably his patron things or something.
Do you
Right.
know what that is?
The whispers of one who knows more than any.
Yeah, there you go.
What kind of benefits do you get with that patron?
Usually powers and setbacks. It's not exactly my cup of
Yeah,
tea.
they got health.
No.
Do they get dental?
No healing.
Say it depends. Probably not. People don't tend to go for those ones.
No dental.
But healing is why rest is needed.
We are in the middle of the woods, though.
End of the woods.
Shortly rest.
Okay. So
Yeah, fine.
yeah,
Okay.
you sure if you guys want to use your hit die however you want to. I don't think anybody used any
Previously, no.
previously because you guys did like a short rest before you left.
We rested on the boat, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody used a hit die there.
I did.
You did? Okay. Well, what you got left is what you got left.
That's fine. I only used 2 last time. I'm not worried.
No, I
Oh,
thought,
I used 3.
I thought
I'm sorry.
with the boat you said we got stuff akin to a long rest.
Yeah, I
You
think the
did.
long road was a long.
That's how
But-
that's how the day started because you guys took the long rest in like the 45 minutes it took to get to the island, and then you took a short rest throughout the day.
Yeah. Like we went back on the boat. They offered
Yeah, you
for
went-
us to like crash there for a little
Okay.
bit, and so we did a short rest there before we went into the woods.
Okay, yeah.
Quick wizard
I'm-
question. What the heck does a short rest do for me?
Nothing except heal.
Yeah, just
Damn
the
it,
hit
okay.
healing of the hit dice. Yep.
Okay.
Great.
Kurt, you might be right, but if I'm
Because I had only one use of Giant Smite marked down, and that refreshes on a long rest.
yeah,
And I'd used it one time before that,
yeah,
and so
Yeah,
it's,
'cause
it's important for me to know because that would.
I think you're right. Actually, that makes sense. The timeline. So yeah, we'll just say this is your first use of hit dice all
Yeah.
around.
I used half mine. I'm not quite full, but I think we'll be fine.
Yeah,
Our first
Yeah.
use.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You
In between long rests, you only have your maximum number of hit die to spend for healing.
Yeah.
So until we like if I'm
those that
using
don't
3
know.
of my yes, I'm using 3 of my 6 hit die. I rolled, add my con modifier with each roll, and healed that many. I was down at 18. I'm back up at 33 now. If we do another short rest, I can only use 3 at most to heal again.
How's
I'm-
Casaadi looking?
At the end of
Numerically,
this,
30,
Like
33.
distantly.
out of 100?
No, less. The veil at which our vitality is measured,
Right.
nearly full, but not quite.
Very
Would
much
a
like arcane
health
recovery.
potion help?
Can recover.
It would, yes.
oh.
Okay.
Continue.
Well, have your health potion then.
Oh, thank you. Are we using the same?
Does he say it like that?
Yeah.
That's really funny, actually. Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
And then just unhinges jaw and downs it. Are we doing the same?
Flies come out.
Oh god. The same. Are we using the same rules of skull check where a action heals full? Okay. Or are we doing?
Well, it's out of combat, so
That would be.
Kurt, how do you do that out of combat? I wanted to defer to your rule.
Oh, it's the same.
Same
like,
thing?
Because out of combat, it's basically just an action.
Yeah,
So
so-
the logic behind it is you are dedicating the time in combat to fully
Right.
make sure you drink the potion, whereas otherwise it's like, all right.
Oh,
Yeah, Francesca, once per day when you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover up to a combined level of 3. So you can get like 1/3 level, or 1 first and 1 second, or 3 first.
Nice. Good looking out.
It's
I
under
forgot about
your
arcane
features
recovery.
and traits.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Rhea.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, if we had money, we would pay you for this, but we don't.
Spell slots.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll put it on your tab.
I saw Arcane Recovery and I did not know what it was. First time wizard.
Is this really bitchin' bar downtown?
That'd be a good name for a bar, actually.
It would be, actually. I'm sure somebody must have taken it by now.
We'll have to Google later.
Okay, so short rest. Okay, so Casaadi and Lorcan. I need you I need you still recovering from a dry throat. Not going through puberty again, I promise. I need you both to roll constitution saves.
Okay. Balls. 10.
From what I...
That's why we were speeding things along. The flies and the bleeding.
Well, I have a +5, but I rolled a 5, so 10.
Oh.
Okay, now I need you both to roll something else because I forgot the name of the bleeping curse.
The what?
It's not a curse,
Don't
it's just
worry
something
about it.
I homebrewed based on a curse and made it into something else.
Homebrew hell.
Essentially. Okay, I need you both to roll a d8.
Don't know if it's going to be good or bad. 8.
7.
Okay, Casaadi, at the end of your short rest, your max HP is reduced by 8.
Fuck!
Lorcan, yours has reduced by 7, as the bleeding on your hand is no longer concentrated. It's just sort of like, it's not bleeding as heavily, but it is just sort of dripping, kind of down through the fingers and the wrist now instead of just a straight line. Casaadi, the flies are getting bigger.
And louder.
They're horseflies now.
Yeah. They're literal horses with wings. No, they are just slightly bigger flies, and the buzzing is now in several different pitches.
He's very much kind of keep clawing deep, but scratching at the sides of his head constantly. Can't hear. The whispers, no.
You cannot.
Okay. So, castle.
That's the most focused Casaadi's ever been.
Where is the castle?
Can't see one.
What if I, throw you up really high?
That could work.
I wonder if it might not just be the church.
Big building. Also big building, yes.
But maybe not.
Can I roll something to see what the fuck is going on with me?
It would be... What do you want to roll? Because you're not exactly sure what you're looking for.
Why won't this fucking stop?
Right, but pick a skill and tell me why you should use that one.
Pick a
See,
scale,
what
any
am I
scale.
good at?
Any skill, come on, step right up, pick a skill.
Here's my bullshit for the day. Sleight of hand, because my hand is
That's-
slightly bleeding.
That's really funny. No. It bleeds more out of spite.
Fuck!
I would go with... You could go with medicine, arcana, insight, but that would be a much higher DC.
So far we are at 0 or -1 for modifier.
I'm also looking into this if
Nature's also
if I'm
0.
seeing them getting worse.
Survival's -1.
Where are your skill
Arcana
points?
is 0.
Yeah, where is it?
Stealth.
Well, it's the fun of having strength. There's only the one skill that is strength based.
Oh, but Barb Rogue multi, though.
I have a -1 in strength.
Oh crap! I keep thinking everyone's strong.
Dex.
It's just two of
I'm
us.
Dex Con.
Dex. Yep.
Dex. There you go.
So my yeah, I have an 8 sleight of hand, an 8 acrobatics, and an 11 stealth.
Which I've used a ton so far. Sorry.
I did a little.
You should scout the place out when we find it.
So, Lorcan, I would say you could roll either insight with a higher DC, medicine, or survival, I guess.
All -1s.
And then you can just pick one for narrative context then. Breena, you would definitely be using arcana.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the
Can I use Arcana?
signature in both the things and the blood. That's kind of where I'm going with that.
Right. Yeah, and actually I'll say you can, not Arcana, but you can just roll a d20 and add your intelligence to sort of do like a...
That does do the same thing.
It does? All right.
Just without the proficiency
That's okay.
bonus.
Yeah, without
Yeah, it's
proficiency
actually-
bonus is what I mean.
I don't have proficiency in
Oh,
Arcana.
okay. Then yeah, you could use Arcana. You're basically just doing like a price check of your body with your psionic powers.
That's just a straight 10.
If it were a D10, maybe.
I'm a gay
Just
10.
what? Just a roll, right? Regular roll.
Yes. Plus your Arcana.
Yeah.
Inspiration to you.
Thank you.
For being correct.
Okay. 11.
11? Okay. It is definitely magical in nature. Like, it's... Yeah, well, this is magic. We've started there. But it's like 2 or 3 pieces of different spells that have been sort of repurposed. I mean, 11, it's a medium skill check. You can't tell how or what or how many. Sometimes it looks like 2, sometimes it looks like 7, sometimes it just becomes one multicolored thing. But you can kind of get the sense of it's none of it's focused. It's all like leftover magic, if that makes any sense. Like you kind of get the idea that reminds me, retconning. I was completely wrong last session.
Oh, that's right.
Our antagonist's name is Rancy Fancy Finger the 14th.
Oh my god.
Not Lance, but
Not Lance.
Rancy.
Casaadi's still gonna be calling him
Rancy?
Lance.
Wait.
It works.
I'll go back and ADR over that. So it's
Your companion's name is Rance. You fancy.
oh man, I just want a whole stream of that now.
Was it you or me who came up with that name? It was you, right?
No, it was absolutely me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went back and watched the first episode
Where
where you can see me like do my thing where when I panic and I blink really fast and I'm just like, yes, Rancy Fancy Finger. I'm like,
The
I don't know.
14th.
that one part was intentional. I did that later. It seems like Rancy has like been able to, whenever he casts magic, make it as efficient as possible, and whatever part of that magic that does not magical energy that does not go into that spell, he's been able to harness and has made whatever this is.
This motherfucker is a hybrid car wizard.
You can fit so many curses in this baby.
Taps Lorcan.
Casaadi will also want to join in with the arcane. Though also, fun fact to everyone, all of his proficient skills are intelligence-based, of which he has a -1 as intelligence, because
Good.
the knowledge is not his own.
Good.
So the thing is, he's trying to listen for the whispers that have the answer, though that is difficult at this time.
I was about to say,
But
you can roll a
his
disadvantage.
But his experience and his background being a haunted one may be able to offset that disadvantage to where he's been haunted by these whispers, but also by what he could be almost considered a curse-like thing. And he might be able to use that experience instead of just purely listening for the answer. He's also going to actually think for himself for once.
He's learning to look inside. There's a lesson with Casaadi.
To maybe offset the disadvantage.
You'll still roll a disadvantage, but I will significantly lower the DC.
Okay.
Because it was borderline impossible before.
Damn you, disadvantage. One of them was a 20. 14 then.
14?
Yes.
Okay. You just sort of focus. I can't think of a better word. And you just try to focus amongst all the buzzing, and now the buzzing's in different pitches, and it's just... And for a brief moment, everything goes silent in your head for the first time, and you hear... All right, so Sean as Sean.
Mm-hmm. Well, not quite as Sean, but yes.
No, we're going that meta. We're going to Sean
okay.
as Sean. You have 3 words.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's not one of them,
words.
but if I was mean, I could have done it.
To describe what?
To explain what needs to be... So basically explain to Casaadi in 3 words that Casaadi will understand. this is something that obviously you can cut off the source. You can. I have to be vague because it's a 14. It's a. You could just get really lucky trying to get it right. But the longer you take and the more you fail, the worse it's going to get, not just for you, but for possibly others.
What?
And I will also say, this is, if we're gonna, since we're going full meta here, at the end of this journey, you're not going to want this, because what it's doing now is going to just slowly wear you down by attrition.
But all within 3 words.
Now that's a D&D situation. We're like 3 levels of meta here.
And it'd probably come in more as the 3 words that appear out of a sentence. So of what the explanation would be, he would then hear.
It's just the explanation put through Google Translate.
Well, it's more like, it'd even be more like, instead of the buzzing, it's just like you could hear someone speak. It's not even wah wah wah. It's just you hear the speaking, but you see the speaking, but you don't hear it. And then the only words that would then come out would probably 20 or die. At which point, 20 or die. 20 or die. High die. Roll. What's been going on?
What?
We die if we don't. Get 20.
20. What? What are you talking about?
20. 20. High 20. 20 without, we die. Event. No, I didn't say that. That's all. It's something. 20.
This is more the Casaadi you're used to. Used to.
Yeah, that's what he can't fill in the blanks. But he is saying that 20 or die. 20 or die.
Rivali. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Also, while picking out the flies. For just hacking, looking at the fly itself. 20 or die.
Well, I was just gonna say, well, this is just, I hate to say it, but this is leftover magic first, just kind of bundled together. So I don't know what you're about. But I don't. It's so annoying. I can't tell what it is. It's a mess. It's so a mess.
We'll die. We die. We die.
This will kill you. I mean.
Yes.
Point. But.
Rivali, with. I think I referred to it over 2 separate sessions as a bouncer shit. Your bouncer senses are tingling. I was almost like the Sherlock Holmes thing, but more just, I can't think of the show, but it's basically everything kind of goes grayscale, and then you isolate in on certain things, and they kind of flash highlight for a second.
Oh,
Monk?
Yeah.
Kind of like Monk, kind of like the Arkham Asylum games, kind of like.
I know. I can picture it.
Yeah. But you can see how you just sort of like this whole conversation that's going on about the curses and stuff. You're like, it's not interesting. But pretty quickly, you can tell what just by looking at the tracks of where the Warforged came from. You can tell that they were definitely sent from the north, which is where you guys are going. There are a couple of trails to the west, which was the other option that you guys had. They're definitely older, though, and more worn down. You can just kind of tell by the way that the grass has grown from where people have walked on it a ton.
Can.
Can you do the can?
No. No, I can't.
I can't. That wouldn't be helpful right now. Never mind.
Okay.
Later.
So Rivali's gonna like just kind of pick up on those little trails and like bend down and be like, it looks like she was dragged through here. Maybe we go that away.
What?
Look. I'm just gonna point to this. Fresh.
What's your survival skill, Breena?
Oof. Let me check. +2.
Okay. So it's basically like an expert hunter comes in and just like says, I mean, look right here, it's blatantly obvious, and they're trying to show you like the distribution of weight of the hooves of a deer that's running, so you can tell if it was panicked or if it was just running. Kind of a deal. And you just look and you can see like tire tracks that go that way, and you're like, sure, yeah, okay. Like you get the gist, but you do not see it on the same level.
Okay. Right. Okay. So that way.
Yeah, it's fresher. You see how it's still able to go up easily?
Yeah.
It just happened recently.
Yeah. Absolutely. Totally see that. Yeah.
Roll deception.
Against my
I
insight?
tried to roll insight and I got my passive, which is a 9.
Deception. 14.
21.
14?
No, 15. Sorry.
I believe you.
21.
Yep.
Oh.
Rivali, you realize after you said, look here, like, oh, wait, not everybody sees things the way I do. So I'll leave it up to you if you just let it slide or if you call her out. Lorcan, you are so glad that you travel with such good trackers. Like,
I'm just.
They're so fucking smart.
I'm just gonna like silently register the line. Just give him a little tap on the back.
You can see Rita's face just kind of like, just kind of scrunching up and be like, I know, shut up.
so you guys just continue north. But the path, because of Rivali's pretty good insight score, it is a slight veer to the left, and you get back onto like the main path instead of just kind of wandering through kind of the makeshift paths that have been there. So I'll say that saves you a day of travel.
A day.
As you
Okay.
sorry,
Can
a day
I
of travel. Let's have it.
the same
An hour.
thing as we traveled that I was doing before, which is like jumping around stealthy bullshit. Like,
Yeah, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me before we go to break.
yay!
Oh wait, it's 10:30's break. Never mind. Haha. Time's fake.
29.
29. Same old thing.
Yep.
Probably overworking a little bit.
Ain't nobody
but
can see me.
Just sort of, as you guys are walking along, you don't hear a thing, but just occasionally your peripherals will just pick up like a small movement. Another one.
Twitch.
Twitch. Lorcan, do you do anything like to be seen intentionally, or like to them just to show off, or? One
time, once I think they're used to me doing this, and we've walked a little bit. I'm going, like, there's trees all around the path we're walking, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I will climb a tree just to the left and stay out of sight until, like, our paths line up, we're next to each other, and then jump directly over everybody.
What sound?
I'm the
make?
one above.
Yep.
And then I'll go back to being hidden.
Good.
Also,
I'm just not gonna register
Before
that and
we-
keep going.
before we end this up, I will at one point go up to Rivali and just be like standing up like kind of tall and be like, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very important to have expertise and everything, and I think it's very good that you have something like that. Very. We can all have different things that we're good at, and we'll be better for it as a group.
Exactly. I know how to do my job, and I'm not going to even attempt yours because I know I'm not nearly smart enough.
Yeah, that's probably true, but years of training.
Probably.
It's just Breena, who again started this mini-series just grumbling, and then just Rivali, who has consistently been just a professional nice boy the entire time.
Then Casaadi interjects by turning his head real quick. Just faster, please. Can we go faster?
And
I'm trying.
If you're okay with it, I can carry you.
No thanks.
My move speed is 10 higher than yours.
Can I try to knife one of the flies out of the air when he talks?
roll it, yeah. Roll me a ranged attack.
23.
Yeah. I would say you don't it's not the whole throw a dart and pin a fly with it kind of thing, but you definitely just kind of cut one in half kind of crudely as it comes out of Casaadi's mouth.
Cool.
Impressive. If we ever get lost, I still have one in a bag.
I forgot that you
One
guys
what?
kept one of the flies.
One fly.
I have that written down somewhere.
Yeah, but if we're on the right track, then I will not need it. It will stay safely in here. Hold on a second.
What would you do with it if we got lost?
Let it free. Let it wander just a bit.
Don't you
Give
have
us a
other
sense of
ones?
direction. This one is captured. Different, maybe. What do the other flies do when I hack them out?
They fly off.
Just it is scattered with them.
It is scattered. They don't stick around. It doesn't matter if they smell something. They have no. It's not even like normal flies who are just like, yes, good sweet smell, or something here to whatever.
They don't go in a
Rub their
direction.
little hands on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. No, it's just they don't behave like normal flies. They just chaotically scatter out into the distance.
Okay, maybe it's not the best idea, but it's the idea Casaadi has formed in his head.
Yep.
Holding the bag up, you would guess that big fly from earlier is still stunned. You don't feel him moving around, but
No.
you're pretty sure you didn't kill him, so
Yeah, whatever, it's in there.
Probably pin it. This is done.
You can do whatever you want with it once these are all out of my head. That might have
Not
been a bit
actually
aggressive.
in your head.
Throat, stomach, mouth.
Better.
and yeah, the volume level of Casaadi's voice is very inconsistent, just sort of speaking over the noise and then fixing it because I realized I'm getting too loud, and it just yeah, all right, so we'll say you guys walk in, and yeah, so I keep saying the wrong name. Rivali. I said a day of travel, it was an hour of travel, excuse me.
I was gonna say.
Old
I
habit.
was going to say long rest, long rest.
All right, long rest.
No, wait, no.
Moin? Yeah. Yeah, take your long rest, buddy. Let's see what it now. Who wants to roll what happens in the third leg here? Because you're on 11 for the Warforged to come out.
Did I roll the 11?
I don't know if it was you or not.
But
Somebody did.
I might have done that. I don't know.
You're
I'll
up,
go for
Lorcan.
it, and
cool. 5.
5. Okay. As you guys double check that. Yeah, okay. As you guys walk into the forest, talking about this and just slowly dissipate into the darkness, our camera like zooms out, just kind of view the wreckage of the battle, and you just, if you were there, you would hear just sort of a, and then it quickens.
Pa-rum-pa-pum-pum.
I hate that song. And as if an invisible force was moving it, one of the Warforged heads lifts up, but not very high off the ground.
Oh shit, we didn't double tap.
I should have kept one.
Fuck, you should have.
And
It was trying to blow up, though.
a spectral hand appears as if it were floating on its own for a second, does the Shakespeare thing. Another one apparates, reaches into the back of the head, pulls something out, slowly vanishes again. And that's where we'll go to break.
What?
So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
go to the bathroom, go watch the previous episodes to correct me where I was wrong.
At 30 times speed, so you get it done in 10 minutes?
I talk fast. We're good. You can dance if you want to.
You can leave
Okay.
your friends behind.
We'll be back.
Silence, a good way to
I
start.
just want to see how long it would take. I
It's
just
was
really
gonna
want to
say-
try
cast
that.
douchebag
We're
o'clock,
checking the
let's
delay.
go.
Oh,
I swear, I'm
boy.
like, I should do something like as we come back from break just for fun, and then like it's 10 seconds to go. I'm like, what do I do? I don't know. I just be quiet until somebody says something.
And then we're all waiting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hi. We hope you had a lovely break,
Did
except
we?
for that one person. You know who you are.
What were
Luca.
we doing?
It's
I
Luca.
don't think they do.
Hi, Luca. Okay. See the equivalent of. I'm trying to remember how. Okay, yeah.
Walk in here.
We walk in here in the forest. There's
Yeah.
bugs. There's all sorts of like bats and weird birds. Don't even know what some of these sounds are.
Flies.
Cognition gets all over the. Oh, the fly. Don't even get me started on the fly.
There's a lion, but no tiger, no bear.
Ugh, my.
Oh boy.
It's about 75 years ago, roughly. Our camera frame is very cliche sepia filter here. And we are, I wrote down the name of it and left it in the car. Looking around at random objects.
It's gnomish. Don't worry too much about it.
Yeah, I got the name of the giant building that we're looking at right now, and it is a castle. There are, cylindrical towers all around of different shapes and sizes. Excuse me. There are certain sections of it that have like a geometric theme, but it's completely opposite from the section right next to it. But at a bird's eye view, it all kind of works together, and yet seems to change as the sun hits different parts. The sign out front is just your typical, like, almost semicircle. But then as the clock passes what would be the equivalent of 1 o'clock Eastern time, because I've not done enough world building to build a new system of time.
That's a step too
um,
far.
Yeah, I'm way too tired to step that much. It's the sign straightens out a little bit, scrunches together, and then like becomes almost pointed arches, like a capital M. And the name of it that was just barely visible is already erased and becomes something else. And the words Montberry Bridges appear. And like almost at the same time, the walkway to the castle extends, like almost like pulling a slinky apart, and just sort of like it's not shifting stone, it's just a stone that's there before. Don't rule out Fantasy McDonald's. Don't rule it out.
You're gonna take your order.
Pay attention to the dollar menu, students. Like it's
the silver menu.
Oh my god.
Copper menu.
silver with 2 Y's.
Yep.
It's
You have to pay only in gold for the silver menu.
Fuck.
No
Anyway,
change. There's a coin
Yeah,
shortage.
As you were saying.
all the uniforms are Silver's outfit. The bridge is not like
That's a
creating
visual.
rocks. It's just like as if they were already there. Boy just keeps going. Logic here, like it just sort of
So is the castle getting farther away?
yes, and it stops.
Okay. I can
And
picture
now
this.
there's a bridge to what is, at least for the next
Terabithia.
hour, called Too Soon, which is as of the next hour called Montwood Bridges.
And what was it called before?
You didn't get to catch that because I left it in the car, but
Ah.
it started with a C.
It's a good name.
Okay.
Yeah, it started with a C, SEA. But we zoom in, go in through the door, Electrum menu after hours. That's funny. And just there are gnomes everywhere, and I mean
Oh, gnome.
everywhere. It's like nobody has seen before. It's
You know you're enjoying it, Sean.
It's not very. It's gonna start a counter.
That's 3 already.
Plus the intro.
Please,
5.
no more.
Oh,
And
no.
I'm the attention deficit urge like that you have to repress to continue on.
Got this.
And you cannot tell who are students and who are teachers. Everybody's the new
height.
students are a little bit shorter. So they're a little easy to spot out in there, but you can usually just tell that anyway by the sense of wonder and overwhelming of like, oh wow, what is that right there? Okay. It is overstimulating as hell. There are, gnomes playing pranks on each other. They're changing the colors of different banners. Sections of the hall will just rearrange and redecorate and recolor and rename themselves. The gnomes themselves, one of them comes into the commons area looking a certain way and introducing themselves like, oh, hi, yes, I'm Richibald. Nice to see you. Yes, okay, right. And by the time they get to the other side of the commons, their entire, hair color, hair length, outfit, everything, voice has changed. And, they're just very shyly introducing themselves as completely different names. It's just chaos in here. It's what the inside of an unmedicated attention deficit brain looks like. They're just everywhere. And one gnome walks into an elevator to go up to the next floor and walks out of it, and now it becomes an old, even as far as fantasy settings go, an even older timey, I think it's still called an elevator, where it was just basically if you were in the attic and you needed to get down to the laundry room, you would whatever
it's
one
like
of those things.
A weight something.
Dumbwaiter or something.
Dumbwaiter. That's it. Yeah, it's like an old-fashioned dumbwaiter that fits a gnome who can hop in and ride it down. They just change stuff all the time. Going up the hall through the chaos of whatever the heck that was, going into a classroom, and above it just says Basic Enchantment Advanced Theory.
Did that also change at 1 a.m.?
I don't know. We weren't there. It was, and the nameplate next to it for who teaches it is this big, and it's just, and it slightly adjusts, it gets a little shorter sometimes, a little, but you can tell the adults in the room know when to stop on the changing of their names. So we go in, and there are just plenty of nameplate, good nameplate. -1 inspiration for Jacob for missing that one. There are just a lot of the much smaller gnomes, the first years. I'm trying to think of a better word for it. The freshmen. We'll say freshmen.
Freshies.
Fuck turfs. So it's So I mean, I guess that would make them 75 years ago. I mean, they're like almost 100 now. So it's they're younger. They might still be double digits. And in the back with, kind of an oversized hood, a little bit, and a few more books fitting on the desk. She might have pulled another desk over to fit a couple of extra ones. Breena, what are you studying as a gnomish young child?
Anything I can get my hands on at the moment.
Unfortunately,
Anything.
yeah. Unfortunately, that includes other people's books.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
There's definitely
You don't mind that, right?
Okay. If I can get it back.
I'll give it back.
Okay. I'll be over here. Can I borrow your book? Goes over here. And just so you're studying everything. Are you just trying to learn everything, or is there a specific goal you have in mind?
I have a certain fascination with enchantment, just because it does seem a bit regal in a way, and impressive and all of that.
Yeah.
So I go that way.
Yeah, it's got a little more certainty to than your typical illusion things that's happening outside all the time. It's changing with intent. the yeah. So everybody's kind
I don't know enough about like schools of magic to really do this well. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's kind of why I'm picking on you, because
Okay,
you're
cool.
brand new. So
It's okay. You're a fresh gnome. You're a new student. It makes sense.
we've picked you right out of the garden. It's
I'm trying to go for stuff that I think that elves go.
okay. And so the other gnomes are, a couple have tried to make conversation, like there's one who comes up. He's got even for a gnome, his nose is a little oversized, and he's got just a short mash of red hair. And he just sort of oh hi, my name's he checks his hand and there's just words everywhere all over it. My name's Bellamue. What are you studying?
Enchantment.
Like all of it?
Yes. Can I help you?
Oh, I was just, I'm new here too. I didn't know if, this is all a little overwhelming for me.
You can ask the teacher for help if you need help finding your desk.
I think you're using it.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you could kind of fit there. I have a few extra bucks. I hope you don't mind.
I guess, this is a very childish form of please roll intimidation?
I guess?
That's the best kind of intimidation.
Wait, what is my intimidation? It's a 16.
Yeah, I guess I could fit there. And just the most painfully awkward, trying to get into his desk, but doesn't want to mess with any of your stuff. He's sitting way too close to you because the chair's attached, because even in magic worlds they never fix that. And it's he's okay.
All right. God, all right, hold on. I'm gonna try to arrange my books. It'll just slightly, so I can have a bit more room on the further end of his desk.
I will say that you're so ahead of this. He's trying to do that, and you just kind of prestidigitation it a little bit, and oh, okay. As the desk slowly gets slid away from you back to its normal position. And then when he enters the room, all the noise stops, which in a room full of gnomes is a statement. Child, gnome children, get noise. What does Rancy Fancy Finger look like at first glancy?
Snotty.
Snotty, literally. He's pushing the glasses up. There's a bit of a snot trail here, but either he's too proud to do anything about it and everybody's too scared to tell him. You've seen the Fancy Finger name all over this place, and it is reputable for having you can't alter it. No matter what kind of incantation or curse or concoction you can throw at it, whatever it has the name Fancy Finger on it remains Fancy Finger. But he walks very proudly, got wisps of straw-colored hair. I don't really know if he's dressed well, I'll say. He's a child. All children kind of look the same sometimes, it's as far as facial features. So you go by hair and personality and energy level. I like kids, I promise I do. But he walks with an air of confidence that all right, fine, yeah, I am childish. I'm reversed ageist, that's what I am. Children don't have rights.
You're not wrong.
Oh, yeah, there goes all of our sponsorships we had.
What spots?
Now what sponsors? Yeah, he walks with the air of confidence that children don't. Very sure of himself. Very, like, the nose is pointed up just a bit. Just basically picture my mustache, but a little thinner and actually a little bit better groomed. And it's like up here some. It's not quite vaudeville, but it's like halfway there a little bit.
Gnomes have facial hair? As kids? I didn't know.
Well,
I have no
kids-
idea, but sure. Like, who's going to tell me otherwise?
Now they
Do
do.
something.
Now they
Do
do.
something, yeah.
Absolutely, let's go.
Absolutely, yeah. it's very almost Errol Flynn with like the thin, pointed swashbuckler look. But it definitely doesn't fit the childish face. And he walks over, sits down at his desk, and looks over and kind of double takes at the amount of work you're doing while everybody else is goofing off, and slowly gets back up. Walks over to the little big nose red head is just sort of like, okay, trying to, and he opens his mouth, leans in and starts whispering to the boy, and kind of looking over at you.
I am glancing at them, but I'm trying to keep to my work.
Okay, well, just go ahead and roll perception with disadvantage then.
Eight.
You don't hear what his voice sounds like. Yeah, okay, sorry. He gets up and starts getting his stuff and holds his finger up. It's a very fancy finger. He just sort of... It's painted. It's the only nail he has that's painted. And, oh, sorry, Mr. Fancy Fingers, sir. Goes back and sits down at his desk. Rancy sits down in his chair and just like... He somehow naturally reclines in everything he sits in, even if it is a gross wooden chair. It's just sort of like a... And just sort of peeks over your shoulder. And comes out
Can
and
I help you?
and just a problem that you were currently working on, he just does a little twirl of the finger and the writing solves itself to give the answer. And where like a teacher draws like a smiley face next to your A+, the leftover writing kind of just makes a little like...
I'd rather learn, if you don't mind. Can't learn if you give me...
And you sort of, as you do that, he's already gone back to his seat. And looking down at your paper, it just says, you already have. And it's this memory of Rancy Fancy Finger the 14th that is just sort of driving your power walking as far as gnomes go in this forest. You know, it's like 25.5 feet.
Speed boost.
Which, you know, an extra half of a gnomish foot is still like, you know. But Rivali is very politely like slowing down his pace, just sort of.
Casaadi's an awkward amount ahead.
Nobody knows where Lorcan is.
Above.
Above.
Oh, yeah.
Rolled a 5, huh? Americans will use anything but the metric system. Half a gnomish foot.
Half a gnome. Is that 3 meters? It's a Rivali.
It's a little over 3 meters. It's a Rivali.
Get your new unit of measurement here, folks.
Sounds like it.
Sponsor us. Math?
Metric system.
Anyway.
Sponsor us carpentry. Rivali. Roll a D8. 5. Okay. Oh, okay.
That's a good thing to hear.
So, I guess everybody but Lorcan, who is in Lorax mode right now. Yeah, everybody but Lorcan roll a Constitution save. Lorcan roll a
save?
Dex save.
A dex save?
Hope you can do it.
Ooh,
Me
this is
too.
15.
Is it magic?
Yes. So you have advantage.
14?
24?
Uh, 7.
7. With advantage?
It's not advantage.
Oh.
Not for con saves.
Oh, yeah, it's
Does not
Quick, if we
work.
throw you into the trees, it's
Unfortunately,
deck
this
save.
is 25.
just casually.
Please, no.
Lorcan, you're jumping through the lens. You just go, "Ah." It's the meditation sound. So I assume, is it sort of a
Oh wait. No. I was
what's
gonna.
the go ahead.
It's because. Let me just double check. Nope. Okay. I'm
Okay.
not seeing anything. We're just getting hit by this, yeah? Or this thing is happening to us.
This is happening.
The magic is happening.
The magic is happening. This is where the magic happens. I assume, and correct me if I'm wrong, like, are you muttering to yourself while you walk? Or are you just making your meditation sound, like, while you're going over all this stuff?
I'm kind of grumbling.
Yeah, it's just sort of...
When are you not?
Right?
So, it's become background noise, and just sort of... and then it just stops. You're not even like a record scratch, just... And you both turn and look, and Breena is like looking through a book, pointing at it, and completely turned to stone.
Tap, tap, tap.
Makes like a hollow wood kind of sound.
How dare.
It's not that heavy, at least.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it 300 pounds or higher?
One way to find out.
I'll pick it up.
Yeah, let's.
All right, Rivali, make a strength check.
I can
Or,
lift anything 300 pounds or higher, just by
With it-
default.
You can do it with advantage, or you and I keep saying Silver. Casaadi can each roll 1.
I'll do it with
Interesting. I
advantage.
give you advantage, yeah.
Math o'clock.
13.
13. So
Oh.
tapping it on the head,
I rolled an 8 and a 5.
Oof.
I mean, that's par for the course.
it's
Speaking of parkour, I'm gonna come check this out.
sounds very
Aw.
hollow.
I'm
Hello?
I'm also just saying, if it's
Hello?
due to rules of carrying capacity, if it's 300 or lower, I can just pick it up.
Correct. And you go to pick it up, and it's like surprisingly heavy for what it felt and sounds like. But so you're just like, "Oh." Okay, you kind of dig your feet in a little bit, and like, there we go. And so yeah, you can pick it up. It's not the limit of your strength, but you do have to make effort. You're just like, okay, here you go. And it's
You
still in the
know-
same position.
You know nature. Examine the rocks. Rocks are nature.
Okay.
Ooh.
I don't
Also-
know nature, I know survival.
Same. Where does geology fall under?
Nay.
Nature.
Damn.
I can roll if you want me to.
Yeah, I'm at a -1 myself.
Survival would be, can I like make, if when I'm building my
make a
tent,
fire out of this.
yeah, will this like be a good stone for the fire pit to hold everything in?
Actually, you know what? How about I take that 50-foot hempen rope that I have, and create a word. What is it?
Like a
Sling backpack.
But yeah, like a
Like a
harness
thing,
style
like a
backpack.
I don't
Snuggie?
know. I don't know why my brain went to like the Iditarod. Like you just tie a rope around Breena's statue, you tie a rope around your back, and just run with her, like dragging along the ground. But
Why?
No, like the baby, like put it in the front.
Yeah, the snuggly, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I guess make a survival check.
I'm good at those. 17.
17. You're killing it. It's not quite like podium level, but what is?
That tower I built.
Yeah, the tower. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah. All right. Lorcan, you parkoured off some shit you said.
Yeah. So then, let me just roll a die real quick.
For what?
Magic.
It's in the air. Don't worry about it.
You have to tell what you're rolling for. I can tell you what happens.
It was a psionic energy die.
Oh, okay.
So for the next 5 hours, I can communicate telepathically with our group, and they can communicate telepathically with me. It does not require an action to do. We just have to be within a mile of each other.
Does it say anything about being on the same plane of existence?
Let's see. It just says choose one or more creatures you can see. For that number of hours, you can do the thing.
Roll Arcana for me, please.
19!
Okay. You see two creatures and a statue, but you're pretty good at this psionic stuff. Like, I mean, you've not met a lot of other psionics, but maybe you have, and they're like afraid or intimidated. That's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you just kind of really focus on this, and you're like, no. There's something here. Hang on. And you get just a bit of a glimpse. And what you can hear is just pure gnomish rage of a scream echoing in space for just a bit. Breena.
Yeah.
Everything everywhere all at once. It feels like you are stuck inside of a kaleidoscope and it's being rolled along the ground. Have you spoken telepathically to Breena before?
Thanks. Did we?
I think
Casaadi's forced thoughts into people's heads, but it's different.
I used it once before, I just don't remember when.
I know you used it on the boat at the very beginning to talk with Casaadi and
Yeah, it wasn't us.
with Shavel.
Okay, so then it was
Wasn't
just Casaadi and Shavel.
Okay, so the other unsettling thing in here is it's completely silent except for whatever sound you make.
Me.
Yeah,
Like trying to... Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like you're moving, everything's moving. It feels like you're being rolled alongside something, but it's just dead silent, except for again whatever sounds you make. And in that, you get almost like shouting in the distance. You hear the lovable tone of Lorcan.
The fuck?
The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? Then it gets loud again. The fuck? The fuck? The fuck? The fuck?
Oh no.
Get me out of here!
You don't
Do I
hear
hear it?
words back as much as just the tone.
Oh,
Oh shit, that statue angry. We gotta fix it.
Can I focus? is there a source of magic anywhere, or is it like everywhere?
Roll Arcana. Just regular Arcana. I'm gonna say like your.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's pretty much that. That's what's happening constantly.
Do I take it because it rolled back
No.
to me somehow?
As much as I love that, absolutely
I pushed
not.
it through the
It's
underneath
dramatic.
the table, and it came
Through
back.
the looking glass.
Okay, let's go. What is it? 14. Okay. Plus.
Okay,
Plus. Wait. Arcana. Wait. Oh God. 22.
22. Okay, so you're good. Oh, you have definitely been hit by some sort of spell, and it's not a clean one. Like this is something that somebody has invented. It is not perfected. It's basically a containment spell, and it's supposed to just be holding. You're supposed to be. You think with a 22, you basically go, oh my god, it's a classic like turn to stone spell, but I'm still conscious. But this is like, what is this Windows Vista bullshit? Like, come on. Like, it's just the colors are wrong. Like, you're
I'm
almost
insulted.
offended.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am insulted.
If you weren't
What
fighting
kind of
the-
craftsmanship is this?
Is it that thing on the screen where you drag a window and it has all the little repeat window? Yeah.
Yep. It's that, except it's spinning at the same time. It's like, so
There's that
if you
weird grassy background.
it's like when you win solitaire. Like that.
I was gonna say some cards are bouncing.
Yeah. If you weren't fighting off the motion sickness, then you would be really upset about it, even more so. But
annoyed, but
yeah, you're
okay.
still annoyed. So, but with a 22, yeah, you figured out like, okay, this is a containment spell. It sucks. I'm almost embarrassed to be in this thing.
Can move though.
Yes. When you move, like when you try to walk around, it's walking around normally, but everything around you is moving. So it's really disorienting.
I've been in
Yeah.
haunted houses like that. It's real hard to keep your fucking balance.
Yeah. It's like, what's the one? It's like where it's got the rope bridge and you're in the big cylinder room and it's doing like the strobe light and the cylinder is spinning around you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like that, but everywhere.
God.
I hate those
Okay.
so much.
If I close my eyes, do I feel like I'm moving?
No.
Okay.
Rancy rolled a 2 for craftsmanship of his spell.
All right, I'm closing my eyes,
Typical
and
Nancy.
I'll be like, Lorcan! Am I getting anything back?
That's all that
Yo,
Lorcan
shut
hears.
up. Shut up.
Nobody's saying anything.
I'm listening.
Lorcan!
Roll with a 22. Roll Arcana again, but it's gonna lower that DC a lot.
Rivali's just gonna mouth to Casaadi, what's going on?
Am I here? Like, I need to keep an eye on if Lorcan is answering anything.
Attempt
That's
at freedom.
That's 23.
23. Rivali, you mouth that to Casaadi. Casaadi, it's just buzzing. That's all you hear right now. And your own focused, like, 3 words at a time.
Freedom, maybe.
Y'all shut up.
Rivali, you got people going on the right path. Like, in all essence, you're like, you are doing the right thing, you're doing it efficiently, and I don't know what their problem is. It's a good thing you're here to keep this group together.
Hiking up the pace.
Oh god, Casaadi will want to think into that thing, which will just become buzzing then. And he
So
can.
Oh no, this is gonna be some feedback shit going on. I tried to roll insight on the weird faded screaming and nat 20 to -1.
Okay, as you did, you know what? That -1, we'll say that is just it finally comes through, and it is Breena screaming. Yeah,
I will
Lorcan!
fall out of the tree.
Yes, you fall out of the tree.
The Lorcan was not
It's less than 5
to be
feet.
fair.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I rolled low enough to where you're just like, never mind. Flip.
I'll do acrobatics if you want.
Nah. not for 2 damage. But all right, so yeah, you hear that clear as day.
Yes.
It's
Yes, yes.
It's
Yes,
a
yes,
bad entrapment spell. I'll be fine. It's just
Yes,
keep talking.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to, if there's like any kind of like place where I can pinpoint the sound, I'm gonna try to walk towards it with my eyes closed.
With the 22 and the 23, like, you have a region you can walk towards.
Yeah, I'm slowly walking. Just keep
talking.
What do I hear back?
That, perfectly clear.
Oh, I can hear now.
Yeah.
Keep talking, sure.
Sure, talking, sure.
Just keep walking towards it.
Talking, sure,
Making
talking.
words. And
What's your favorite thing to talk about? Is it stealth?
Casaadi's talking about me being hiding.
Talking about hiding. Casaadi talking about me.
Do you enjoy talking about psionics?
About, I never really thought to talk about it.
I really thought talk about this.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Dexterity.
Casaadi.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
The sentences are overlapping with each other from before.
I'm trying to get to
really
the source.
hope.
Or
hey,
any kind
hey, Casaadi.
Yes.
Try and talk to Breena.
He thinks of the statue and it's going to be pure buzzing then.
Hey,
Because
Breena,
he has-
Casaadi wants to talk to you also.
Hey,
God.
hey,
Oh wait,
Casaadi,
no!
make an Arcana check for me, Casaadi, with disadvantage because you cannot focus very easily.
We're trying to add you to
Yeah.
the call, but the service fucking sucks, man.
Yeah. No, there's.
Again,
lot of,
thanks to Rivali, you guys are
interruption.
making great time despite this.
Oh yes.
Because he's just carrying.
He's way ahead now.
35.
Yeah, it's somewhere in here. Yeah, it's somewhere in here that I can talk. I can project my thoughts onto someone within 30 feet.
Oh,
dis-
well, plane of existence.
Yeah. Disadvantage Arcana 11.
11?
Yeah.
Casaadi, you want
Okay, don't want to talk to Casaadi. Stop it. Later.
All right, never
Actually,
mind.
make a Arcana check, just regular, because you're doing really well and it gave you advantage, but the buzzing makes it a disadvantage.
Look,
That is a 11.
11. Yeah, and just these echoing Lorcans. I did something. Casaadi, I was wandering. Everything goes dead silent for 1 second. And you just hear, only she had a dispel. I was just wondering. I can. And the voice. That
do I hear
voice.
I legit didn't understand what you said though.
Oh,
Only she
it was.
had a dispel.
Sorry.
Perfect. Okay, thank you.
My mic works very professional. And the voice. That voice, like,
I know.
felt like somebody, like, had a hand on everywhere on all of your bones. Somebody did this. Like, it felt like that for 1 full second. And then as soon as it's over, you're forgetting it happened. Like, it's like waking up from a dream. It's sort of like, what was?
If I have 1 second to like respond, I would be screaming, "I'm aware!"
Roll Arcana for me again. Just regular.
Oh boy. Okay.
I will yell at Casaadi too. Never mind, don't do that.
That's 22.
Okay.
Good to know.
Good to know. Okay.
Rivali.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh.
What is your Arcana skill?
Not good.
That's okay.
-1.
Roll with advantage. And add 5.
11.
Impressive.
11?
Fucking hell.
Plus
Par
5?
for the course. Advantage.
Is it plus
That was-
5? Is it
Yep,
11
that was
plus
with
5?
the plus
7
5.
with advantage.
Oh god.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
Rivali
not
so
bad.
much. Rivali, you were up, and you stop. And the tattooed runes are glowing separate colors. As Lorcan and Casaadi are having this conversation with a statue and like trying and like touching and untouching and
Okay. Look at the runes. Gentle bop. Gentle bop.
to the statue.
Yeah.
Roll a melee attack for me. Roll 2. Excuse me.
Oh, that's cocky.
Statue explodes.
And continuing
Let's
to
see.
babble at
Rip!
Breena.
I'm out.
What's
That's
Yeah,
the
I
goal.
take all the dice and
11 and 18.
11 and 18.
I rolled a 2 and then a 9.
Rhea keeps having better ideas than I do. It's you kind of roll damage for both of them. They both hit.
Am I rolling? So hold on. Do I, for reference, am I adding the chroma cloth to one of them?
If you so choose.
I'm gonna roll for a vibe check on that.
Okay, just like yeah.
Evens, yes? Question mark.
Go for
Evens,
it.
yes.
Evens, yes.
Odd.
go.
Odd it is.
All right.
Cool.
No chroma.
You like think about it, and the cloth sentiently kind of like goes away from your knuckles and gives you like a little affirming squeeze on the wrist. Like
Got it. So first one is 8. Second one is 13.
13. Okay. All this noise goes on in the kaleidoscope trap, and once again it cuts silent, and you kind of brace because the last time something happened, you can't quite remember what happened last time it went silent, but something loud happened. You look around and you're tied to the back of Rivali and just sort of bouncing as he continues running, just up.
Stop! 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 Stop!
We bump into the back.
And that's gonna be you know what, for cartoonish effect we'll say yes, the other two you slam into the back and come tumbling out to the, I say tumbling, but Lorcan probably like goes into like a cool front flip roll and
Parkour.
just parkour and just
Casaadi's not in the state of mind to do that.
Casaadi, I just feel like you would basically
Scared.
everybody tell me what happens when you fall, like thematically.
Flip.
I was gonna say if it's like the first time I fell doing hurdles, I didn't tuck and roll. I just
Oh no!
went flat and skid.
Oh god.
Oh,
I have a
my
scar
gosh,
from doing
catch him?
exactly that.
Yep.
Oof.
I have
No
a
scar
scar under
like
my
that,
beard
it's
from
good.
that.
Use
Oof.
bouncer reaction
Ate
to
it.
catch him.
Grab
I'll just
the
give you that.
laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to roll for it, you can, but I'd
I'll
give it to you.
assist. That'd be funny.
I'll just take the guarantee.
He's so
Yeah.
helpful.
Yeah, take the guarantee. Yeah, no, dude, scruff him.
Yeah, scruff. Coat still fantastic. Oh yeah, you scruff him and like a couple of extra flies come out.
It's that Squid Game moment.
Casually just pull him back up. Just untie.
Breena, you go a little higher because you come loose from the knot and just kind of sail. But like,
Oh god.
Catch me?
I mean, like, what would you do? Would you catch yourself? Do you think Breena would just eat dirt?
Oh,
Like,
Breena's moving.
yeah,
again.
yeah.
Ah.
I'm alive.
For now.
How do you land?
Yeah, like, just for flavor. Like, how would
Oh.
Breena land?
How would I land? I don't. I.
Because Lorcan catches you, like they said they would.
Oh.
If you want to make a dex save to try, but I would just give that to you. Parkour.
Yeah, no. If I'm being thrown out of a baby snuggly,
The image is so good.
I am not. There's no grace. There's nothing. I'm just flailing. Ah!
It's like a bad seatbelt safety video.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Bundle of cloth from my robes, I guess.
and then Lorcan, we'll just say that you catch Breena almost like a football. Just sort of...
Yeah, like mid jump.
Yep.
Mid flip.
Oh, I got another one. Thanks for the follow. But Lily, all the L's and I's. Yeah.
Thank you.
So, what happened?
An entrapment spell and a terrible one at that. Put me down, please. Thank you.
Sorry.
Then how did is it targeting only you again?
Yes, I don't actually know, but I'm guessing I'm the main target. Probably everyone.
It would have been really fun if everybody had failed that save.
Everybody in the kaleidoscope, let's go.
Yeah, I had it written for 2 to 3 of you, but there was like a little section like if all 4 ... But I'll save that for another campaign. Series, whatever. Yeah, okay, so Rivali, give me perception, I guess? Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
Breena would be doing kind of like a quick.
Okay.
8.
8. Well, you're out of the woods. And you are 8's not that bad. 8's not that bad. I try not to automatically punish single digits, but it's really tempting every time.
I rolled a 6 plus 2, so like.
Yeah. It's this is definitely a church.
Not Leonard, though.
Never Leonard. Only Eric down here. Like the 4 of you that got that joke out there. Names, I know, right? It looks more like a graveyard, like the rustic iron fence and sign that is just no longer useful. That's basically just a pike now. This would definitely be a bad spot for an ambush. This would definitely be not a great home base, but like you're not sure. Looking at the old mausoleum type of stuff, there could be some hidden stuff around. The place has got potential. You could probably buy it on the low and fix her up, kind of a deal. Basically, you think that if you were assigned this job as like a bouncer, it would come with a lot of really strange difficulties, but you could handle it.
Of course I could. I'm a professional.
Exactly. You think you get the sense that people around here aren't used to protocol. It's like if you just came in and like got some guidelines and some consistency in, you can have it run in no time. So it's not strategically helpful, but
Double checking. Is there a mausoleum?
no. It's I meant mausoleum was
told
left.
no.
where you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, are there? It's like when you said the fencing,
said
it's like a
mausoleum,
wrought
I'm
iron
sure.
fence for mental imaging.
Yeah, essentially. I think that's correct. If I'm remembering the term.
Francesca, when I asked the people inside the house when I shouted at them, they said there are no houses for dead people around, so we're good. There's not a mausoleum.
But I thought
Lorcan.
Jacob said that there was like mausoleum, and I was like, if there's a mausoleum,
There
I'm gonna
was-
go murder the townsfolk.
That would be really funny. There were rumors that the mausoleum was where the old church was.
Gotcha.
Is the new church, and there is like a graveyard and like not a mausoleum, but just sort of like there are a couple of like large gravestones where sometimes they'll make like, you know, the family will shell out and have like a big thing,
Yep.
but not like a full blown thing.
House.
But house. But looking at it, because you said that a minute ago, Breena, I'm sorry. The church is like in good shape, but just really bad upkeep. Like, if that makes any sense. Like the infrastructure is good; it's not falling apart. But it used to be white, but now it's just chipped and stained. There's a large, basically in a traditional church where you see a big cross on the front, there is a circle with a logo. Listen to me.
God.
Religion's
logo.
all about branding, guys.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
We'll get to those undercutting themes later. It's symbol. Thank you, Jacob. It's like it's all very jagged. I've drawn this thing so many times and I can never remember how to describe it, but it's like a semicircle that goes into the like half of a lightning bolt, and there's another half of a lightning bolt that makes it look like it kind of has legs, and then there's like a long bolt on the other side. So it almost looks like a talon coming out. I will drop the drawing in show notes afterwards because I'm really bad at describing geometric shapes.
I mean, the info's there.
All good. I'm an extremely visual
Wait a minute.
person.
Yeah, about to say, I have a marker right here so I can make this easy to see.
Our DM can draw the thing.
Visual aid. Let's go.
Fantastic.
And then I messed up, so I'm going to the next page. Um, this is thrilling, I know.
And where is this again? It's on top of the church?
Right, in the big, there's like a big circle holding that symbol in there.
Where
And
the
it's-
cross usually is.
Yeah, it's sort of like that.
Oh.
Okay, that's what I was picturing almost.
That's not what I was picturing. I was
okay.
picturing like a
I was
smiley
picturing a-
face.
Oh, I was.
It looks
I was
like
picturing
little
a
stick figure
semicircle with
doing a
legs.
jump
Yeah, me too.
with a tail.
Yeah.
When I
Nice.
picture semicircle, I for some reason always picture like the orange slice semicircle.
Yeah.
Oh, orange slices are so good. The candy and the
Favorite
fruit.
citrus.
I do love citrus.
You said my character's name. Was that important, or were you just yelling at me?
Me?
Yeah. Before we got on our symbol tangent.
I don't remember. Must not have been
Okay.
important. Yeah, so you'll see that, and then where there are normally like just like columns or statues of a religious figure, or like think of like the big stone lions that are out front of like really big fancy churches sometimes. You recognize they're all just small marble statues of Rancy Fancy Finger, in different poses, different expressions, different angles, and they just sort of like all of the columns are made up of that.
Oh, this is gross.
They all look like the same person. We don't think that it's other people trapped in the spell we just fixed.
You tell me, Lorcan. This is not a high-end group, but I don't want to. You're not.
That's a 6 on insight. I'm concerned.
Oh, if we're doing insight, can I also roll?
I know
'Cause-
this. I don't. I'm
Yeah,
not
you
rolling for-
immediately like, oh, this tracks.
Oh, this is.
Oh, this is
23.
ew.
This isn't
23.
a castle.
Well, Rivali, you know what? As a bouncer, you've run into your share of like enchantments and traps and things like that. Because like people will try to like, oh, let's turn the bouncer to stone and sneak our way in. You're like, nah, this is
A little
just weird.
extreme.
Lorcan, you're a little concerned.
Yeah. Or a lot.
Hey, you mages. Words.
Mood.
Yeah. You mage types have like weird backup plans and these things sometimes, right? You know, hear
Backup
stories of people like go ahead, and then all of a sudden they come back through like a vessel or something.
Like a boat.
Necromancy? What are you talking about?
I don't know, maybe. I'm just saying,
You're
would
talking
it
about
be like
bringing.
good to, destroy these just in case or do something with it?
I mean, I think that destroying them would be a good idea. Just
Please
for the
load,
look of the
Mary.
place.
Wait, you cut out. Did you say good or bad? I'm sorry.
You just a very idea. It's like,
Good idea. Just
Okay.
for the look of the place is what I said.
However, we're
Are these-
still storming this place, so just. What's up?
That would take time. We need the fast.
Give me like 2 minutes.
True.
Rivali's like, nah, we don't need no time.
Yeah, no, it's Mr. DM
But
person.
also-
Can I pick up like a piece of the wrought iron fence?
please. Mr. DM person was my father. You make a strength check.
Oh, please be good. 16.
That's good enough.
Yeah.
So,
And then I'm just gonna take it, solid baseball bat swing across the head of each of them.
make a melee attack.
Melee attack? Okay. 14.
All right, you do damage, I guess. Like, nah, screw it. You just baseball the head off of this thing, and it's got this smug look, and the straw wiry hair that you remember, Breena, because for those who weren't here last time, Rancy Fancy Finger dropped out of school a week before, or the day before graduation, for the drama.
Bitch.
This bitch. He's still got thin hair, but it is like a perfectly coiffed, like almost mullet, but not quite. It's like a modern version of the Grease haircut, like the little pompadour there.
Oh goodness.
And the facial hair is the exact same. It has not changed a bit. With the exception of on the sideburns, there are like little pencil thin lines that go through it. And then, like, you realize just sort of instinctively when the head breaks off and starts to turn, if you look at him the exact right angle, those lines will spell out a V on one side and an R on the other, or an F, excuse me, because I forgot how to spell.
Very fancy.
No, Rancy Fancy Finger. The V becomes an F. Sorry, brain did not work. So, but yeah, you crushed the head off of this thing, and it rolls over, and it's got this it lands with a very smug, like this sort of.
Really?
I hate it.
It starts to shake, and then in the almost the same magic that the extending of the bridge that you remember from, random days in the middle of the year, and you hear a little bing, and a brand new statue body has it's the same face, but it now is a completely new statue with a new pose, and he's sort of sitting there and almost like, paint me like one of your French gnomes, just sort of like,
oh god.
And you look back, and the one that you knocked the head off of has a new head of Rancy Fancy Finger with a completely different expression that is now just sort of a
Great.
All right, don't stop. Don't make more, please.
That's efficient.
where the new statue was created, on the exact opposite side, in the exact symmetrical position, a brand new statue of Rancy Fancy Finger emerges, with him just sort of like very seriously pondering, like,
this might be the castle after all.
Next question.
Is this who we're
magic
gonna
I've
kill?
ever seen. This
I
is
hope this
awful.
is who we're gonna kill.
I guess next question would be, is there only the one like door to this place then?
that you can see. Yeah, it's just it's a large door, like it's probably 20 feet or something like that, but it's the craftsmanship of it's not anything to write home about. There are two large knockers that nobody can reach. They have Rancy Fancy Finger's face engraved in the middle of them.
How high is nobody can reach?
Let's see if they're 20 feet high. It's like probably really bad at this part. It's a 20-foot high door. They're in the middle, slightly above the average, slightly above the middle in height.
12?
Yeah.
Stack each other.
No, I'm gonna just parkour, like,
Lorcan, get on
jump
my
off like
shoulders.
corners and shit.
All right, yeah, so do an acrobatics check with advantage because Rivali's letting you use him as a springboard.
Fuck yeah.
Hold
Okay.
on! Like, I'm trying to see if there's any kind of magic or arcana on the door as they're storming
Well,
the...
this-
Stupid.
We're
Too
trapped.
late.
While this happens, roll
Yeah,
Arcana.
yeah, yeah. Okay.
Dirty 20.
30-20. Describe your parkour as you get up to the left door knocker.
So, like, if there's any sort of stone that's not totally flat up where the door is or anything, I'm gonna just kind of do the bounce off of the walls, kind of jump up to it thing.
Hup, 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 hup.
And then, whoop.
As you whoop, roll a Constitution save.
Love it.
Yeah, you're good at those. You're fine.
18.
18. That was the DC. So as
Yay!
you touch it, you just feel you feel a voice in your head, but it's not the same as your psionic. It's almost like a recording, but somebody hit play in your head. And it just says, "Welcome. Do you have a pass?"
A what?
And a just shock of force just comes into your hand, and it feels like almost a hyperextension, but like your elbow goes the wrong way for a second. And you take
You
Fucking
can stop
hell.
rolling. You can stop rolling now.
all right.
For real?
Once it's halved because you succeeded the save, it becomes 15 points of lightning damage.
Oof.
But you are not knocked prone and you are not paralyzed.
Bounce or grab.
Okay,
Yep.
so with when that happens, can I try and like think about the spell thing that's hitting me, and also my obnoxious bleeding hand, and
Wait a minute.
You're
Kind of a
leaving
thing.
blood everywhere, aren't you?
try and
Probably.
like, I guess as the electricity current, whatever the fuck, leaves my existence, try and get the residue of the old shit out there too, so my hand stops bleeding.
So, point of order, you said bleeding everywhere. Yes, but after a couple of minutes, it disappears. So there's no stains or anything everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say this is the most Lorcan science possible. But like, oh, okay, like you've put kind of 2 and 2 together. Like the same bastard made these. So if I follow the rules of this one, maybe I can. So yeah, roll Arcana with advantage, I'd say.
So if this works, does Casaadi have to lick the doorknob then?
You raise me
18.
up.
You got potentially 30
18?
health points
Yeah.
to spare.
So
31.
you realize that both of these would, be deactivated if you killed the creator of them.
Okay.
Whereas the door knocker can be deactivated, this feels more internal. Like this is like just kind of getting if you're kind of mixing your psionic magic with your actual magic and like doing a diagnostic on both of the things. They work in similar ways, but this is much more intimate. Like this took a long time to make. That is a Ring doorbell that shoots you.
Can I try and focus the energy that's stuck in my hand to leave my body as the magic from the new thing does?
You can. With that, it was a decent roll. The idea comes into your head, but you were aware that it would be really dangerous if you fail. Like you're basically, you're literally
dead?
putting yourself at, like you're gambling yourself.
Oh,
Not like dead,
cool
but
with
just sort of
myself.
like, not like dead, but it's just sort of thing like,
Might progress
Like-
it.
well, it's just like if you have like something has stabbed you in the arm, you got to pull it out. You're risking something bad happening when you pull it out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Take it out, leave it in. Take it out, leave it in.
Yeah, you can't leave it. What do I do? What do I do?
I'll leave it.
Depends on
Okay.
if you've been stabbed.
It's true. Sabrina, what did you roll in Arcana? I'm sorry, that was 10 years ago.
I rolled a 26.
A 26. You, by the time Lorcan is
Hey,
halfway
it's
through the parkour,
it's like-
you're like, oh, it's trapped like this. This could probably.
Fuck!
Okay. Well, I guess you figured it out, right?
Do you think it's a password? Or
Yeah.
a face recognition?
He
Oh,
asked
1,
if
2,
we
3, 4.
He asked if I had a pass.
Yeah, there you go.
Probably people or password. Or pass.
He said pass.
You might have a pass.
I don't want to try to have a pass. If I don't have one, I'm going to die.
But he's been trying to
I ain't dead.
get you through, pass.
What kind of
Pass you
walls
through.
are these again?
Hmm?
What kind of walls are in the church?
Stone. I mean, like marble. Sorry.
Okay.
Marble.
Can we dig underneath it?
Nothing's stopping you from attempting?
Might take too long.
Is there windows?
I bet the grass screams like his voice or some shit if you fuck it up.
It does now. That's a fantastic idea.
Please stay off the
there-
lawn.
I mean,
Are
Oh god.
like indentions, but they're not. There's indentions where windows should be, but they're not there anymore. It looks like they've been kind of covered up by whoever laid all the marble.
Damn.
What were you saying, Francesca?
I was wondering if I could also kind of like check. Okay, the door, obviously. What about the rest?
Like the entire church itself?
Well,
Or just not the knocker.
no, just like entry points, or if there's like something else in the walls.
Do you have to take
Window?
magic?
No, just Arcana. Just kind of trying to figure it out.
All right, we'll roll
Let's
Arcana.
use that
It'll be a
brain.
higher DC, but
Sniff it out. I don't. Wait, do I have? No, I don't have. I didn't take that.
I could
don't
attempt to
take that.
assist. I do have the proficiency in Arcana.
I'll let
As
you
he
roll as
looms
well.
over your shoulder. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Moves over my shoulders like all completely.
Do you
19.
think it's just the knocker?
13.
19 and
13.
13. All right, 19 and 13. That is all right. Oh, man, the two different perspectives here. Breena,
Do we Wally's thing also?
No, I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Oh, I was talking to Lorcan while we were waiting for the roll.
Oh, okay. I make sure I didn't miss.
In a moment.
Yeah. So Breena, you sort of see, you look at this like the schematics of an engine. Like you understand where every piece should go, what it should do, what it's named, how it should act, how fast it should act. And so you kind of very Iron Man, like put the projected thing pops up in your head. Like, okay, so if this is this kind of a spell, it's probably connected to this, and one of these right here. And you're impressed by the intricacy and like the craftsmanship of it. You're wondering what the heck happened with that kaleidoscope trap spell, but you'll ask about that later. Where this is different is it is much more. It's efficient like it should be, but it's much more unnecessarily intricate. Like there's so many extra loops or like a knot or going the long way around to something to where like it's like untying your shoes, which is a very simple thing to do, but somebody put the shoelaces through the dryer, so you have to untangle that before you do it. It's like why did you okay all right, so if I just sort of do this Casaadi, god, there's so much buzzing. This is like this is an unnecessarily from your experience, even though you can't necessarily hear your voices very clearly right now, what you can remember is like this is an obstacle meant to slow time, and if you do get past it, you might still lose some health, therefore making it easier for the objective of the other side.
Damn.
Almost as if an entire dungeon run was truncated into one, 3 to 6 hour session.
Expedition. This is made to speed everything up.
And yet,
It slows.
What do you mean?
It slows us. But it's
Oh.
everything in one. But not quite.
It is weirdly complicated.
Yeah, I got nothing else.
I mean, I know what it is. I don't.
I was trying to
Breena-
think of how to destroy it, not how it works.
Yeah, no,
Breena,
same.
with a 19, you can know there's probably like the magical equivalent of a switch somewhere.
Yeah.
Like a button or a lever or something, but nothing sticks out as to where it is.
I'm just gonna turn and squint at the statues for a bit.
It's hard. Like,
Oh,
Rivali, roll insight for me. Or perception, whichever's higher. I always
That's
forget. I'm so sorry.
insight for me.
Okay.
22.
22. Yeah, this magic talk's not your thing. But what you are good at is buildings. You know, entryways, exit, just strategic
Architecture.
foundation.
Fire
Thank you.
safety codes?
Architecture. What?
Fire safety codes?
Fire safety codes.
OSHA.
Also.
Yeah.
Oh, shin in this world. Thank you.
Oh shit.
Hey, thank you. Set up there. Bouncers know a lot of safety regulations. Like, shout out to the bouncers out there. Sponsor us. Their money spends the same. You look around and you're really, no windows. That's a bad thing. That's not going to be good for, the oxygen levels. There is
There's
a
no
surprise.
windows. It must be a strip club.
Two
We
things.
get in there and he's stripping. I'm leaving this place. I'm leaving
The
this island.
BBEG
There
strips
are-
at you.
There are a couple of like seductive statues around.
Oh.
But Rivali, you notice like there's not with a 22, not a lot of protection on the top of the building, as there probably should be, and you could probably the way that the building is constructed, like its architectural style, which you can with a 22, this building's probably a couple, 2-3 centuries old and has just been renovated, but could be accessed by going underground and up underneath. But given the enchantments that are on it, you're not sure what's under there.
Chromacloth. Fire. Rebar. Tie rope. Whee!
Oh, I'm so proud.
Oh, fantastic.
Make a athletics. Make an athletics check.
Good.
24.
24. So this is while Casaadi and Breena are having this conversation about different philosophical approaches to a magical trap. Just in the background, you can see Rivali just walk up, sort of. just so yeah, you throw it up at it and you hear just a nice cling. Give it a tug. Seems like you did the job with all that rope you have.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
Y'all coming or what? Clip, clip, clip.
Well,
I don't want to get shocked again.
wait,
Why don't
Sean.
you tell me what's up there?
Sean, you're muted. The flies have overtaken him.
I adjusted the
Rage.
microphone, of course. No, it's just, are there not more obstacles up there?
He don't know yet.
Maybe you didn't think about as much.
Okay.
Wait, get back down, please.
No, what's up there?
I'm going.
I will, in my brain, ask, what's up there?
I don't know what.
Yeah, he's still climbing. Boy's still going.
oh boy.
Don't worry, I can still talk to him.
Dad,
I can try. No, I'm not.
No,
Dad,
I
fine.
think yours might hurt. Let me see.
I need
Okay,
him
I'm gonna
to come
say
down
hi.
if he wants me to go up there.
What happens when Casaadi says hi to my brain? Fuck. Gotta kill them flies, man.
Trying.
Can
And
I
like
try-
one.
Can I catch one?
Sure, make a deck save, I guess.
I already have one.
Okay.
17?
Does it seem
Back to
like
the
it's
roof.
okay?
Yeah, you like catch one, but it slips through your fingers after you catch it.
Rude.
Does it seem like
Rivali.
it's okay?
It's taken you a minute because it's a pretty big church, but whatever. You got quads like this big, so you're just like. You finally get to the top, and you've hooked your makeshift grappling hook has wrapped around a stone gargoyle, which is just Rancy Fancy Finger in like the thinker pose, but just in sort of like a calculated looking out over the world. Still has horns and wings, but just
It's just the face.
the face.
Okay.
So you could try to climb up to the top to the gargoyle. There's also the ridges of the roof itself to
Oh,
the left and
ridges.
right of you.
Ridges.
Ridges. All right, make another athletics check.
14.
14. It's a little. You kind of like try to immediately. You're like, oh, that's a little. The perspective's weird. Yeah, okay. You kind of rock back and forth on the gargoyle, and then whoop, just get yourself up there. There we go. And there is a kind of like the top of, I think it's the Louvre, where there's like the mirror dome things.
The pyramid things.
Yeah, those things. I'm good with words. It's a that's pretty much all you see on top of this like marble rooftop.
Okay.
What you got?
Just gonna stick a thumbs up. Safe.
Okay.
In your head, what's up there?
Do I know to respond?
You can respond to this message.
Please flip the tape over.
Triangles of glass.
Rewind, be kind.
Rip.
Sure.
Oh, crap.
Damage.
It's good. It's good.
Be safe. Sure, I'll climb up.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you?
He said it's good.
Tell
yeah,
Breena to tie the rope around her waist.
Oh, you can tie the rope around your waist and you'll get pulled up.
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Lorcan, you're the next one up, so I'll need an acrobatics, for you, acrobatics check to get up there.
Yeah. 24.
24. Hup. The rope is just there to like when you run out of gravity and you need to reset, but you're basically unnecessarily parkouring your way up there.
Absolutely.
I guess so. Casaadi, are you going up next?
Yes.
All right, that would be athletics more for you.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Slow and steady. Just working out the mechanics here. Like, the angle really puts a little more pressure on your chest, which kind of makes a dragonfly comes out at one point. But other than that, it still flies.
Like the pun.
Thank you.
I just took a second.
I've been saving that for longer than I care to admit. All right, and that's just Breena. You're gonna tie the rope around.
Yep.
I have a. Go ahead.
I'm just like trying to tie it so that I can kind of what is it? The thing where you climb a building and you're like you're going down that way, but like just so I'm not just like hanging from the side.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. How many knots have you tied? Like, do you know how to tie a rope around yourself for somebody to pull you up?
I
Is
mean,
that
I'm
a book?
sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that I would know how to tie a knot. I'm still stressed about it, so I would probably tie, like, way
A
too
bunch
many
extra.
just to be sure, because I'm like,
Roll survival, and we'll say that your education and like panic over knotting has like will keep you from disadvantage, but just roll survival.
The legendary quintuple knot.
Okay. So, what do I have for survival? Is it bad? No, it's not bad. Okay. It's 14.
That's
Okay.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
It ain't pretty, but you're not going anywhere. So
Except for up.
except for up.
Yeah, because I'm
And
going.
Rivali-
zoop, zoop, zoop.
Zoop, 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 zoop.
That's
Yeah.
fast. That's fast.
All of us could help. It could be even faster.
Okay. Yeah, it goes even faster, and you're like, okay, well, at least I'm going up straight to the gargoyle
Yep,
of
nope,
Rancy
yeah.
Fancy Finger. And at the last moment, Rivali, who has done this several times, gives a little hip, and you just sort of go right around.
What's with
And
all
so
the
you come up,
knots?
and Breena has just like missized knots all over. It's like in the Christmas Story where I can't move my arms, kind of a deal. It's like, and she's very upset, like kind of like.
I can dex check to untie them real fast or sleight of hand.
I'll just say you can do that. That's just
probably.
dope rogue shit. You can just kind of.
I'm getting away from the edge. Very good. Wait.
Remind me to tell you how to tie a knot later.
And then so what? There's like the one big glass triangle in the middle, but then there's a couple of smaller ones just scattered about.
Okay.
We should examine the glass.
Yep. Let's not jump on the glass.
Is it magic?
Oh, let me check. Can I Arcana check to
We
see
could
if
throw a
there's...
gargoyle through it.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Hold on. Before we do
You
that,
throw a gargoyle through it?
No, we're gonna wait for the Breena.
let me check.
Secondary question: is there like 'cause a lot of those have like a maintenance latch? Is there one?
Wait, on the glass or the gargoyle?
The glass.
The gargoyle.
I'm just saying.
Get into the gargoyle.
The glass.
That would be funny.
No,
If the
not on the
gargoyle
glass.
has a maintenance hatch, we might have
Does
issues.
the
No,
gargoyle
not me.
have a
I thought
maintenance
you-
hatch?
I thought you said a maintenance latch with an L.
No.
And I'm like, oh yeah, like where you could detach it and like move it if you needed to.
Okay.
But my bad. But the gargoyle does, I will say. It can be removed, but the glass does not. It seems, in looking at it, it's I should just stop reading chat. It's so like that's just so good.
We're doing great today. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I will not stop looking at the chat. I refuse. As I march backwards into hell. It's a I mean, and you can define this a little better, but the glass is, you can't see through it. It seems purely decorative. It's
So
reinforced.
It's super tinted.
It's super tinted, but also like that's not what's letting you not see through it. It's just like, it's really just for show.
Oh, it's that bullshit textured glass that people get, like fluted and shit. I had to quote that today. If it's reinforced or safety glass, then it's either tempered or laminated.
Safety
You
glass.
tell me, I do this architectural shit all day.
That's what it is. You can't see through it. It seems purely decorative, but it's not fragile.
It's laminated, fluted glass.
Yeah.
So it's
no
stone underneath.
maintenance hatch with an H.
Oh, no. There is not even for a gnome.
The safety
jeez.
standards.
Can I see if anything is trapped like the door? But up
Uh,
like the glass or the...
Well, since you don't have to detect magic, you would have to just arcana it, which is just eyeballing it, which won't tell you
Yeah.
everything, but you've got a good arcana spell, so it'll tell you a skill, but it'll tell you a good bit.
Does it smell like a spell?
It's not that bad. That is a 13.
13.
For me, it's bad, but
There is a magical nature to it, but it's subtle. You can't tell if it's like just cosmetic or if it's just residue from all the other magic, but you're like, smells like it. That's about it. It's the equivalent of smells like magic.
I mean, it's probably gonna be. There's probably gonna be something there, but I can't really tell.
I'm going to look to see if this is another obstacle.
Like you just touch it, or?
With Arcana, no, purely by
Oh,
look.
okay.
But also only getting a
Okay.
6.
A 6.
Staring at it.
Yep. There's a long pause of just
Can I try something weird?
always.
Okay, so Casaadi has been talking about hearing voices, right? Like, we know this.
Pretty much
Not as much
nonstop.
lately.
Not as
Right.
much lately.
So, in Casaadi's head, I will say, hey, other people up here, y'all got any ideas?
Just
Oh.
buzzing.
No, y'all shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to bugs.
There, roll insight for me.
Uh,
3?
Yeah, it's a disadvantage because of the bugs, but you have advantage because you were literally inside a brain, which makes I would think insight a lot easier. It's just so much buzzing. You don't even know if there's anybody else in here.
He's constantly scratching his head.
There are like claw marks starting to grow.
I just mean to touch the glass.
Probably stop scratching.
You got an extra
What?
hat?
The
Scratching what?
It's your head scratching. It does not help.
I will physically move your
What
arm.
scratching?
And the other one.
No, please don't. Just let the voice.
What happens?
Come on, the buzzing. Please let it stop.
As you're speaking, more flies start to come out. Like you can't.
Balls.
That essentially that.
Hit the die tray with all the die.
Rocks fall, you all die.
what's the damage? What's your roll?
It's all over the ground. I'll get it later.
Rivali, you touch the window while everybody's talking. Nothing happens.
Cool.
And then, no, I'm just kidding.
No, okay. I'm gonna use the. I'm gonna double check this to make sure I can't.
You
do
should
this.
break the glass
Cool.
with a gargoyle
I'm
for
going to-
continuity.
I'm going to use the
Yes.
chroma cloth and like just press it against the window and heat it up as much as I can.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use an action to change it to blue, which makes it cold, activate it,
A brittle.
and just
Okay.
go.
No shit.
Okay. Roll a melee attack with advantage.
25.
Okay. You just sort of. So yeah, you take it and you go. It gets really. Like, it starts. You don't see a change, but you can feel the heat on it, as if like the top of a warehouse when the sun's been baking it all day. And you by the time you think, yeah, let's switch it to blue, you look over and it's already blue. You never even saw it change, and it gives you another little, affirmation squeeze of the knuckles, and boop. And it just completely shatters, and then continues where the marble is also shatters as if it were glass, and eventually the
shit.
entire roof is just
Yep.
crackling and falling, and everybody make a dex save.
Can
I
I
guess that's
grab-
what I wrote
I
down.
have a feather token. I'm using that.
Okay.
Does that like
Alright.
feather fall that can apply to up to 3 people, or is that only you?
I don't know. I just have it.
I forgot about the feather token.
I don't know if you heard me. I said, can I
did
grab
not.
Breena? Because I would
Yeah,
grab
you were right
Breena
there.
and run towards a ledge.
That's what the dex save is for, is to see how much you can move before the gravity.
Can I
I got a natural 20.
can
Okay.
I maybe
Plus
boost
8.
my chances by attempting to grab the rope specifically that is still on the gargoyle?
It's a little far away, but I'll let you try. Because like you got up there and then walked over to the thing, but it's not totally out of reach.
Okay.
Never mind, it does not activate if I get caught.
Fuck.
Get
Well,
No,
regardless, I was
I mean,
going to.
if you save me, I still
That's
have
also
it.
fun.
Yeah.
Massive
Okay.
6.
Okay. And you get the natural 20
Plus 8.
plus 8.
17.
17.
I'm just straight.
Breena, even though you're being caught, like, what was the dex save for you?
Good question.
Just straight up deck save?
9.
What?
9.
9. Okay. So, yeah, Rivali, because you're just like, boop, fixed it. You're caught a little flat-footed, and then Breena, I guess you were just hyper-focused on like trying to, the back and forth with everybody trying to figure it out. So you're both caught flat-footed, but you, Lorcan, you're like, as soon as you see the cracks in the floor, you're like, yeah, I've been through this. You just grab the gnome immediately and start booking it, and the floor falls apart. Casaadi, like, I'm gonna say with a 7, you don't even react. It's just sort of, but like your draconic feet just like latch into the piece of marble that you're standing on, and so it weighs you down to where you're completely straight up, and so it's just like, Rivali, you just immediately start falling. Lorcan, you start running, and then you realize that the floor is breaking faster than you can get to the edge. So, but you are like you are in full. You took the gear shift for your parkour and just slammed it in the forward. So you're like hopping from rock to rock as you fall, with Breena in tow. And once you realize you're not going to reach the edge in time, you basically turn around and start doing the same thing on the way down with a natural 20 plus 8. Start doing the same thing on the way down. You're now like, you just like, oh, that's not gonna work.
Gravity's my bitch.
Yep. I was about to say, now you are treasure planeting this all the way down.
Fuck yeah.
With like, Rivali, make another dex save with advantage.
16.
16. I'll say with 16 because cats always land on their feet. Oh,
I'm gonna like swirl my tail like cats do.
hang on. That was a pretty high drop.
Also on the way down, I'm still thinking this cloth is so fucking cool.
It kind of is.
All right, you take half
You
damage
meant
of
you
the
rolled
fall,
high?
which means you take 6 falling damage.
Okay.
I rolled so many ones.
Okay. I couldn't tell if you were mad because you rolled really high or really low.
No, I rolled low. I'm like, not that I want to kill you, but also like I worked hard on these things.
You want to have
Tis
kill
but
it.
a scratch.
So we'll say like, Rivali, do you want to do like just land on your feet and kind of the shock hurts you? Do you want to do like a 3-point stance as you land, or?
Oh, superhero
I was
landing.
As much as I would love that, I was more thinking because I'm committing to like the tail thing, because cats do that when they fall.
Yeah.
Like land on all four, like on all fours, step on some like glass or whatever, and like jump.
Do the stretch a little bit, like. You also take 6 damage. No, you take 12 because as a Leone, this is a me thing. Like, he's a cat. I think it's funny that they take half falling damage. So he. No, I'm sorry. I thought he didn't double save. He failed. You take 6 as well. Math is hard. In the south.
How much am I taking total?
You were
6.
taking 6. Casaadi's taking 6.
Okay.
Casaadi, yours is much less graceful. It is literally just you're latched onto a cement thing, and it's just
Shockwave.
and you step off, and you just step off.
Ow.
Yeah, it probably really hurt, but I rolled like shit. That could have been so bad. like right as you get into the church too. Like, yes, there's half your health. But Lorcan, like, describe to me how you land.
How you're supposed to when you fall, which is like, as I'm running down this debris that's falling, eventually when I get to the floor, I kind of continue running and go into a roll, still holding Breena, and then right back up and sit her down next to me.
Breena, your hair's not even messed up.
Okay.
Like, you just registered that you were falling.
I'm
and
just
then you're
like
landing
slightly shell-shocked of the fact that I was up there, floor started falling, and now I'm standing here with a blur of blue.
Yep. Yeah, and Lorcan just like not even sweating, maybe like adjusting something.
This is the most intense game of Get Down, Mrs. President I've ever seen.
And that's what I'm aiming for all the time. So inside the church, it is massive on the inside. Like,
did my grappling hook come with?
Yes. Way over there.
I'm getting
You
it.
hear clang, 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 clang.
I'm getting it.
Like the rest of you are like looking at this massive like mansion, and the camera pans around, and you just see like Rivali in the background. and then just right back to the like looking around amazed like everybody else. I've been here the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
As it pans around, you just see this. There are pillars like that are just obnoxiously large. And there's a central staircase that branches off into two. Very Beauty and the Beast, like right, branches off into two other rising staircases. It seems like everywhere you go is a hallway that leads to a different region. Like everywhere you can look, there's some sort of hallway. It's like a maze almost.
I'm amazed.
A maze. Yes. The up the stairs, but like where the stairs part, there is like that's where the main section of the room is behind that. So there's this giant, like, almost, it honestly looks like a big dance floor with red carpet everywhere. On closer inspection, it is a little shag carpet. Like, Rivali, you're getting a little staticky, like if you move too quickly.
Oh no.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Not sure what's going on at all. But everywhere you look, there are statues of Rancy Fancy Finger and portraits, oil paintings, abstracts, Art Nouveau, like every single type of style you could think. There's a big Art Nouveau, like, stained glass window. That's the back window. That is the back wall. And it is just like a timeline of Rancy Fancy Finger and his achievements. And like as the sun, it's lined up to where as the day goes on, the sun will shine through different parts of it.
Dear God.
And so every day it tells the story. And
graduating ain't on there though, is it?
And your high school diploma with you to show off, or the college diploma to show off, right?
The college diploma, but not the high school one. It's And in there, in the middle of the big platform, after all the stairs and everything, is a throne. Like, not a fancy chair. It's a legit throne made of just, think the Game of Thrones throne, but instead of swords, it's arms with fingers pointing.
Fucking hell.
And
I don't even know which direction to go.
The back is facing to you.
I'm pulling out the sword just in case from the shadows.
Does debris fall on the throne?
Nope.
Damn.
Does debris fall by the way, on everything except the throne?
Yep.
Okay.
Everything else is pretty unharmed, though. Like, it just bounces off of each other. Or if something does break, like one of the statues, it just becomes a new face.
Yep. Homemade hell.
Well, this is the decor I've ever seen.
we stab the throne in case the thing is there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you definitely should do that right now while he's still clapping.
And the throne
Turns.
turns, but it's not the entire chair.
Throw
It's
it
like
Jack Sparrow style.
a small section of the chair inside of it, and you realize there's a smaller chair built into it.
Oh my fucking god.
And it just sort of like spins, and there in fact is the person that you recognize because he's literally all over the place and just still clapping, and he just goes, "You're welcome."
You don't look like your statues.
And he is he's like 5 pounds heavier than the statues show.
I'll point that out again.
Yeah. And that's where we'll end the session.
Oh my god.
Oh
Fuck.
boy.
Let's go.
I was so nervous when you were rolling to see if you picked up his voice as a child, because I'm just like, I'm gonna end this session on meeting Rancy Fancy Finger, but like, if I have to voice him as a child, like, it's really gonna undercut a lot
You
of
just
that.
have to make it real high pitched, but the same like pretentiousness.
Well, it's starting.
It's difficult.
It's starting with the I cannot remember his name now, but just Merkimer. It's like, yes, you're welcome. She would have fallen for me anyway. And then you just go a little higher on it. Ah, yes. Yeah, it is. It's almost nasal, but you should feel it in
Not
your
Barry.
teeth. Yeah, not Barry, who's nothing but nasal.
But
Thank you
still.
for joining us tonight.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
Sorry.
I won't, but everyone else
Yes.
Yes.
You'll see this session will happen again first Tuesday of next month.
Yeah.
So
Which
you get
will
a while
probably
to
be the last one, the way things have lined up.
Oh, yeah.
reasonable.
Oh, that's
And
great.
then yes, so next week, because we're without Kurt, it's more Fire Emblem. We'll continue on with the Cross Knights.
Woo!
Cross Knights!
Cross
For
Knights.
a deer.
Oh my dear.
Oof.
Ooh.
It's an idea. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Anyways,
So we'll
see you
continue with
again.
Fire Emblem 4, and then we'll be back to Skull Check after that.
We'll see you next
All
week.
on Tuesday, all at 9.
See you next week.
Thanks for coming. Your dice do not define you.
Indeed. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for showing up.